We are rapidly approaching the end of the 2023 USL Championship. Regular season and playoffs are on the front of everyone's mind. The Colorado Springs Switchbacks play host to San Antonio FC at Widener Field in a vital match for both sides. Today's match brought to you by Jacobs, Jack Edwards, alongside former USL pro Corey Herzog on the call for this one. We can check out the standings first off in the West. In second place, San Antonio, should they win, Sacramento Republic is on a bye. They could sit on top of the West after this weekend. And in seventh place, Colorado Springs, back-to-back losses mean they have fallen into a playoff push and sitting just 2 points clear of that playoff line. Corey, going to be interesting to see how both teams handle the pressure on the points in this one. A key man for sure for the visitor San Antonio is going to be the creative maestro, Jorge Hernandez.
Yeah, and Hernandez is one of those players that's going to bring that creativity around, bring guys from the opposite team, open up space for the forwards to get into those spaces to score some goals. So I'm really excited to see his creativity tonight. They
fell in a 2-1 defeat last time out, but he assisted the lone goal, getting Rita here on the score sheet in their one goal last time out. We can look at the last match for Colorado Springs. It was a 3-2 defeat against Lou City. An interesting one from set pieces where they struggled, but they got some goals from the main man, Romario Williams. Won't be available today. He'll be a big loss.
Yeah, big loss there. And what you see here is 2 corner kicks, so I'm really going to focus on what they're going to do to reset all that. So be interesting what they do on set plays, and hopefully can get out of here with 3 points.
They talked about it, Stephen Hogan, after the match. Losing Matt Mahoney for the last game was a loss. Their captain, usually a guy who can help them on those set pieces. He wasn't available, though. They're also going to lose Romario Williams for this one. You'd imagine another Modelo player to watch is going to be Juan Tejada, a guy who might have to step up in the absence of their leading scorer with 10 goals.
Yeah, and he's one of those players that's creative in his own way. He's fast, can create that space, take one-on-one, and help other players around him. So it's really good for him to get on that page front and early and get Colorado going.
Juan Tejada may have to step up in the absence of Williams. We'll see how the two teams balance some changes after this one. They lost last time out, San Antonio did, in their 14-1-4 after a loss under the main man, Alan Marcina. We'll see how it goes in a moment. Colorado Springs Switchbacks, San Antonio FC in a moment.
It's summertime, and if you're lucky, weather in your neighborhood could be coming to your neighborhood. Every Thursday, one lucky winner will get to host a weather party from their backyard. Invite us over and I'll do the weather live on Fox 21 News at 5 and 6:30. Plus, I'll bring along enough food for 15, and I'll bring the Fox 21 Storm Squatch as well. Enter now on the Fox 21 Storm Team app for your chance to win a weather in your neighborhood party.
Fox 21 Weather in your neighborhood is sponsored by Luxury Car Cosmetics.
In Southern Colorado, you have to be ready for anything.
Sometimes that involves making a really tough decision. Patagonia or North Face?
We make the most out of a nice day. Hey, grab Aspen, Rocky, and Sierra. Let's go.
And in Southern Colorado, we know it's all about the flavor.
And as our cities grow, we hang on to our Western heritage.
I'm just trying to hold on.
Well, hold on tighter.
I thought you were out this way.
I'm getting off this way. This is how you get up. We are Southern Colorado.
Hey, wait! What about me?
We are Southern Colorado.
Saturday during the summers was our get up and go to Monument Lake fishing. From a little hobby as an 11-year-old kid, it's turned into quite a business.
Our stories matter.
If they're on the trails, if they're in the woods, if they're anywhere, I can be with them now.
Bringing you the most local news.
All of the people that are doing this type of agriculture are trying to do a better thing for society.
We are Fox 21, and together we are Southern Colorado.
Hi, I'm Scott Kilbury, host of Rocky Mountain Quiz Kids. We have 30 of the best and brightest schools from all across Southern Colorado competing for the top spot. Question is, who will come out on top? Watch Rocky Mountain Quiz Kids Sundays at 6:30, sponsored by the Pikes Peak Library District.
Burgers for the mind, tacos for the heart, and chili for the soul. We're Felipe's 109, home of the taco burger. Local flavors, family owned, love, peace, green chili, y'all.
Tonight's player walkout is sponsored by Children's Hospital Colorado. Moments away, the Colorado Springs Switchbacks taking on San Antonio FC from Widener Field in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Going to be a fascinating one here. It's a matchup that San Antonio has historically dominated, won the last 6 times they've met, including last year's Western Conference Final. They're 11 here for the visitors. 3 changes: Juan Carlos Azocar, Rita Zuhir, who scored last game, and Connor Maloney coming into the 11 in this 3-5-2.
Yeah, it'll be good to see Maloney back in that leadership role out there on the right, being able to control that and get some crosses in for sure. But having him back for that leadership will be huge for him.
And Penn State Nittany Lion potentially playing there on that right wing side. We'll see how both teams break out. On Team Colorado Springs themselves, not entirely sure how their 11 is going to break out. We have them in a similar 3-5-2, slight tweak in the midfield. 4 changes for them. James Musa and Malik Foster are back from suspension. Christian Herrera comes back in goal, and Stevie Echeverria, he's also in part of 4 changes.
Yeah, and Foster coming in there is going to make up a lot that Williams brings. He's going to be fast, get him behind them, and hopefully can create something and get Colorado the 3 points that they need to get up on the standings.
They've had back-to-back defeats, first at Monterey Bay and last time out at home against Louisville City, and they're hosting San Antonio in today's matchup. They've lost the last 6. They haven't won in the last 9 meetings between these teams. The last time that Colorado Springs won was all the way back on March 23rd, 2019. A Cesar Romero 86-minute goal. It was his debut for Colorado Springs now 4.5 years ago now. So quite some time since they've been able to take down San Antonio FC. And we mentioned it for Alan Marcina. They are very good historically under him after defeats. They're going to be very motivated, and they're a tough team to play against, Corey. Just that style they play, hard to go up against.
Yeah, from my career playing against San Antonio and every year just coming out, you just know you're going to get one of those games. It's going to be a lot of yellow cards, a lot of hard tackles, and they're just not going to give up. It could be 1-0, it could be 2-0, it could be. I lost to them, I think my worst career, 7-0, and they were still coming. And I just remember that night. And it was just one of those nights where you're like, San Antonio is one of those teams that is always going to bring it. And that's the reason why they only have 5 losses on the year. So excited to see, and we'll see if they can not lose 2 in a row.
They've got an opportunity to go top of the West. If results go their way, they could also clinch playoff position. That's not necessarily their worry. They'd love to get some really strong seeding to try and go back-to-back in the USL Championship. But if they win, they'd go ahead of Sacramento Republic into top of the league. Our head referee, Kalen Radozov, waiting for his whistle to get us underway. The second meeting between these sides this season. Jack Edwards, Corey Herzog in the booth for this one. Playoff points needed for both sides. Some underway. The visitors from right to left will get us going. Long ball going to be a constant threat for San Antonio. They'll win an early throw on the far side. Colorado Springs back-to-back defeats means that they've got a big 3 points that they would love to pick up. Monterey Bay is playing elsewhere. That result will be very important to see how the chasers in the playoff picture play out. A big coming together on the far side. Early foul one. We mentioned in the open, Corey, just the set pieces being an issue for Colorado Springs. It'll be an early test with a free kick. Feels like a corner almost just a bit deeper on that far side.
Yeah, and if you're San Antonio on the road and you know that a team that just came off 2 set-piece goals, you want to take your time, get these set pieces going, and hopefully get one early away from home.
Ritas are here, and Jorge Hernandez are the 2 who are standing over it. They combined for the goal last game against Tulsa. They'll offer a right-footed and a left-footed option. Either the in-swinger or the out-swinger. Hernandez with the team lead, 8 assists. Very creative presence, an early opportunity to test it here in the second minute. Obizu here. Doesn't beat the first man. Solid first touch. Hernandez in some space. He'll give it to him. Stood up towards the back post. Tall looping header. Herrera gets a punch to it. Cleared away, and the chance for Juan Tejada to stretch his legs. The match opening up a bit in these early stages. Juan Tejada. Gonna check it back. Foster. Here's McGee. Tyreek McGee allowing San Antonio to get back defensively, and opportunity now. Offsides not given. 1-on-1. 14 already. Chip just over the goal. What an opportunity. Took a deflection. Sandy Oluwaseyi, he gets in behind 1-on-1. This match wide open to start, Corey. Nearly a great opportunity for a lethal forward.
Yeah, they took advantage of that turnover right there. Unfortunately, with his confidence with 14 goals leading the league, you're trying to chip the keeper, but you're away from home. Just put it on the ground, far post. Hopefully get a, you can see the frustration. Hopefully get a rebound off that, or hopefully scoring. But when you have 14 goals and you're leading the league in goals, you can try some of those.
Oscar Agron was the man who got a foot in. It'll be a corner, the first of the match. Whipped in. Friggos for a foul in the middle of the pitch. So that'll be pair of set pieces not fully taken advantage of by San Antonio, but a bit chaotic. Not what I would have expected, Corey, just how both teams forwards, the opportunity to stretch their legs like they've had already.
Yeah, and you can see San Antonio really taking advantage of that turnover, and Colorado needs to be careful with that because San Antonio is one of those teams that do take advantage of that and can punish you usually. So they got lucky there. Hopefully don't give them too many more.
A push from behind will be a foul. Shane Beckford, a bit overzealous in his press, trying to win that one back. A lot of speed for both of these teams. We'll see if there'll be more of a settled look or if this is what we'll get. Which would certainly be a very entertaining match if we're just getting back and forth. A lot of capacity to run for both sides.
Yeah, I'm rooting for that kind of game. I like the pace right now, but if you are San Antonio, you kind of want to slow it down, get it to your pace. And what San Antonio does is they like to go long. They like to go long. They got the big forward, win those second balls. They're not going to be one to play around and keep the ball. So you'll see a lot of long balls as we see here.
Far from the free kick. Washe contesting the header. With a heavy touch. Opportunity now. Beckford can power forward on the far side. Home crowd enjoying this. Shane Beckford. A lot of red jerseys around him. On the right foot, his initial cross attempt is blocked. He'll try and get the loose one. His pass, though, is poor. Only finds an opponent and an opportunity for San Antonio to break. Back and forth action. Carlos Azacar, the man trying to carry that. Referee going to whistle play back. Tejada a bit frustrated after he played the underlapping pass. But the referee is down, excuse me. Alan Radosov, head official, is the one who's down. He'll get some attention. We'll see what happened. Just coming together off the ball. Rita Zuhir and the referee just colliding. He's feeling his head a little bit. Injury stoppage brought to you by Centura Health. So we'll see what comes from this, Corey, but to kind of just talk, water bottles kind of blocking a pass towards the referee. Those opening 4 minutes until the stoppage, the game had quite an open feel to it. I wonder how it'll come out after this break for both teams. Great to see a referee back to his feet.
Yeah, definitely slowed the game down for us. Had a little scare there, but he looks okay. But like you said, the first 4 minutes open both ways. Unfortunately, not in the best way because two of those came off Colorado lazy passes, ball getting away, and they have almost scored once off that. So looks like the rest okay there.
A small embrace with Rita Zuhir, the man who he ran into, the 19-year-old from Montreal.
Does he have to come off the field there?
that would be an interesting, following the rules to a T, almost to a detriment to the match. But we'll see. He's going to have to confirm who had possession, and it was indeed Colorado Springs. So had it in a really good spot, and I think Tejada was rightfully pretty frustrated. Had it been a player who was down, that may have been blown back for. But the referee, it's kind of hard to play the match. The referee needed the attention that he did. But great to see Radosov back to his feet.
Would love to play some of those games without some referees there.
Tyreek McGee will be able to just pass it back. After a brief pause, we'll see how the match continues to progress. It's a pass out of play. It'll be a Switchbacks throw.
And I think in the first 20 minutes, like we've seen, we're going to see a lot of long balls, just feeling each other out, just clearing it up the field. You're not going to see much of San Antonio trying to keep it, but once they get into the attacking third, then that's when they want to keep it. But they don't want to keep it here. They want to get it up there, win those second balls, and then keep the possession there.
San Antonio throw. Just lofted forward. Off his line, sweeping up Jordan Farr. Making his 28th appearance of the season between the sticks for San Antonio. 7 clean sheets on the season so far aside. Strong defensively, 4th fewest conceded in the league, 2nd fewest in the West. Pass there is clever. You can see the pass, the idea of it, the execution just couldn't quite get it to Shane Beckford trying to offer an option up front.
Yeah, he plays that with his left foot, and it's always going to curl outside of the 18 there. Fortunately, if he can get down on his right foot and curl it into the space, more into the box for him, but the idea is there, the run is there, so that's what you want to see if you're Colorado right now.
Long forward, Oluwaseyi. It's going to bounce keeper to keeper. Imagine we'll see a few of those as try and just go route one at times. San Antonio do. Attacking that has worked to massive success for them. Beckford trying to let it run through his legs, driving forward, but will be taken off of him. There's no Romario Williams. He's on international duty with Jamaica. He was on the bench for their last match yesterday. Will not be available for them. With 10 goals up front, they've had to shift things around, try and figure out what duo they want up front for the Switchbacks. That one knocked out of play. We'll be heading the Switchbacks' way for the throw.
Yeah, bringing Foster on the field is not a bad backup to bring on, so good for him to get back on the field, and he brings a little bit different. Williams is one of those big, strong forwards. Foster's one that's a little smaller, fast, getting behind, so maybe a different kind of game plan there, but we'll see how it works.
Tussle in the midfield. Tejada in a lot of space. The pass just under hit, but it'll still stay with the Switchbacks. A second attempt. Tejada. Shifting in field. Appeals for a handball. Won't be heard. Instead, it'll be a throw. Malik Foster trying to just earn aside the handball, but it felt like it was close to the body. Would have been harsh on Mitch Tainter.
Yeah, for Colorado, you don't really want to see one forward taking a throw and the other one looking for the ball there. You want to get one of them into the box, unless you do that.
Clever move. Offsides, though, ruining the joy. It was a very narrow decision. Tyreek McGee just off. Select the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit www.us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select the player's choice as Oluwaseyi has it to the right-hand side. The cross overhit, no one at the back post to attack it, and it'll peter out for a throw.
Yeah, and as he's about to cross that ball, maybe pick up your head. You got one forward in there with 3 defenders. Maybe not the time to put the ball in, but you are on the road. Maybe you get a cheap one that goes off a defender in that, but you can like what you see from San Antonio forward, coming in, turning, playing the outside.
Low pass, always dangerous to play that centrally. Header, again, central up the pitch. Both sides playing, it appears, with variations of 3 at the back, 5 at the back formations. Whipped into the box, headed away on the first attempt. McGee to Tejada, gets under it. Back and forth opening few moments here as Tainter try clipping one down the touchline, but out of play. Neither team put a real stamp on the ball as of yet. Kind of just a lot of probing, trying by both sides to mixed success so far, Corey.
Yeah, and it looks like San Antonio is just trying to get a feel for the game. It is very tough to go to Colorado on a big field in the altitude, for sure.
Clever touch. McGee with his head forward. A lot of space, left-hand side. Good first touch, trying to chip it past, just done enough. Jordan Farr closing the angle, gets in front. Big time stop.
And it's a great buildup from Colorado from the right side to get it all the way across to Lacroix. But unfortunately, this touch needs to go inside onto his right foot. He cuts down half the goal right there, leaves the keeper coming out. Unfortunately, not to get that on his right foot, bend it far post, but still a good chance. Unfortunate for Colorado, but huge save from Farr right there.
Duke Lacroix, the man who was on the overlap. This corner kick brought to you by Pepsi. Pepsi, that's what I like. Tejada to take one from the far side. I think Foster trying to make life very difficult for Jordan Farr in goal. Whipped in, headed away. Top of the box, laces one up. A vital block. Doesn't force Farr into a save. Speedy Williams, his shot blocked away, and Oluwaseyi content to just give up a throw. Tejada now on the left-hand side for taking the corner kick. Bit of a heavy touch. Maybe a chance for San Antonio to break if they wish. Patino. Great switch of play. First touch from Oluwaseyi, it's blocked away, but that's the threat they possess. It's one pass over the top, and your key man has a shot. Blocked this time, they get a corner from it.
Yeah. Great ball right here and great touch into space. If he can get that across the defender a little bit just to cut him off, it's either going to be a PK because of the foul or another good chance on goal.
This corner kick brought to you by McDivitt Law Firm. We are in your corner. Just 3 in the box. A fourth and now a fifth potentially as center backs will range forward.
I want to say there's a lot of space to the last 2 free kicks on the top of the box if they just notice that.
Flick towards the back post, just off. A lot of space at that back post. They almost exploited with the flick on. Looked to be Carlos Azacar, the man who flicks it forward. We'll see it again. And almost hits it with his back of his head. Trying to make a run is Manly there at the back post.
And what you love there from Colorado is 2 players tracking the run. They're defending their goal better than what they did last week, and I'm telling you, that's what they were working on deeply this whole week. Because San Antonio is one of those teams that can score off free kicks.
Tossed in with a long throw. Tejada, bit of skill. Trying one forward, it's a foot race. It's one that will be won by Foster, Malik Foster. Pick his head up, trying one in the box. Far off his line was a bit of a risky pass, and he's going to immediately boot one long. Oluwaseyi, can he get there before it goes out of play? A big test for him and his speed, and he just can't get there. It'll be out in that corner, it'll be a throw.
And that's what's scary about San Antonio. You almost go down, almost have a chance, keeper picks it up, and now San Antonio right away coming down your throat. So Colorado needs to be expecting of that when they turn over the ball. They got to get back or get people around their forwards. You always want to box in the forwards when you're not ready for something like that.
Going back to the corner kick opportunity, talking to Stephen Hogan before the match. There's just maybe a bit of an issue off the ball that is going to cause a bit of a pause.
Looking like a hamstring.
Carter Manley is in a bit of discomfort. So get his attention there. But Stephen Hogan talking to him before the match just about the issues they had on corners, conceding twice from them before the 3rd goal was eventually the insurance that was enough to get the results for Lou City. Just not getting their marks down. As this injury stoppage is brought to you by Centura Health, just not marking the players and handling it. Structurally, he didn't feel they had a poor match from set pieces, but just wasn't guys picking them up and just executing on the corners.
And that's what's frustrating for a coach. You work all week. I'm telling you from my experience, Thursday, Friday, you're working on those set plays. You're saying you need to follow your man. You get your number that you think you're going to mark on Thursday. And then you start thinking about it, then you rep it on Friday. So as you saw early there, 2 guys tracking the back post. Huge by Colorado there, unless it's, or else it's a tap in for him.
Yeah. We'll see how that continues to progress as Carter Manley continues to get a bit of attention to him. Our 2nd injury stoppage of this first half. The first one unorthodox. Don't see the referee with a bit of coming together, but fortunately he's back up moving around, and Carter Manley this time.
Yeah. It's looking like he's going to be subbed out there. Unfortunately, first 15 minutes. It is hard going to Colorado with the altitude, not a lot of travel there, so unfortunate for Manley. Have to use a sub.
Having to play in Colorado in high altitude places, what kind of toll does that put on your body?
Oh, when we went to Colorado, warm-ups, you acted like you were exhausted. You needed that second win, and you could see it kind of in San Antonio a little bit with big touches, lazy passes, unfortunately. But you get that second win, and you can get back into the game.
It's going to be Lamar Batista, the man who will be coming in. We'll get you that confirmation in a moment when he comes on. I believe and took San Antonio down to 10 for the present moment. Foul committed. They are down to 10. So turn up field, and there'll be a battle of how quickly this up can happen, and I believe this will be the moment. This substitution brought to you by the William J. Hibb Bull Sports Medicine and Performance Center. Learn more at hibbbullcenter.org. It is Batista coming in. It'll be his 22nd appearance of the season. Pair of goals, pair of assists for the defender from Waco. Probably an opportune time for him to come on. 6'6", and immediately could get involved in things. Zuhir with his right. Whipping it into the box, headed away.
It's a great ball from Zuhir there. Somebody needs to get across that front post.
First touch is coming in for Batista.
Looks like Mahoney now on that right side. Started on the left with the game. Unfortunately, with the Manley injury.
Right-hand side, the corner takes a deflection, awkward to deal with, headed away. Skundrich, the man who got under it. Well, concede a throw on the near side, but better than the alternative.
And if you're Colorado's coach, you're liking defending these set plays, defending these crosses, but what you should be focusing on is blocking those crosses, getting those feet just like that. That's what you want to see. You don't want those crosses to get into those boxes.
Batista with a bit of a slip, was appealing for a foul, nothing was given. The outlet pass just off. Tainter can pass it back. So twice now, back-to-back matches that San Antonio made a sub within 15 minutes. Last time out, Trova Boney, the man who came off within 15. Coming on for him was Ja'Cory Hayes. Hayes starting this one, Boney on the bench. That one more so tactical after the debutant. Had a bit of a tough start to the last match. Nodded back, Farr can pick it up. Maloney, space to range into. One on the right, a few in the box. His low pass, blocked in the first attempt. He's chasing down the loose one. This is really awkward and dangerous to deal with. Headed towards goal, and Herrera put it into his chest and can roll it out to Tejada. Juan Tejada. Physical tussle, the foul will be committed. Pass forward, too strong, Herrera let it go out for a goal kick. Don't miss a minute of the action in 2023, whether your club is on the road or at home. Catch nearly every second of USL Championship action on ESPN Plus, the home to the USL, La Liga, the Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com. 20 minutes into this one, Corey. We haven't had a ton of shots. Been a lot of moments end-to-end for both teams. So the two coaches, do you see one being happier than the other based on how the opening matches played out?
I think, honestly, both coaches might be a little happy with the 20 minutes. I mean, Colorado's come in, defended set pieces, defended crosses like they want. And San Antonio has created that one chance that could put them up. So there is a lot of good sides to each side, but the main thing is don't turn over the ball.
There's an opportunity in the box, going down, appeals for a penalty. Referee wags his finger, says no, and gives a goal kick. Malik Foster on his stomach. Apoplectic, we'll see it again. They may not, they're getting things out quickly. No VAR to worry about for San Antonio, but they are wanting to keep the tempo high. Oluwaseyi, his touch a bit poor.
As a forward, you always want that call, but goes down a little soft, shoulder to shoulder. You're not going to get that in.
Would have been a tough precedent to set if that was a penalty based on the contact. It is San Antonio with it now. A lot of space for Hernandez. They get it to him. Hernandez, what can he do from here? 8 assists. His pass just off. Couldn't link up with his player making the run. Now Beckford, he's got some space to roam into. Tejada, he's making some work to get forward as an option. 2-3 with him. 4 back in defense. A lot of space on the left-hand side. Just off. Malik Foster trying to get a foot to it. Got one. Just couldn't shape it towards goal.
Yeah, it's a great ball. Unfortunately for Foster, couldn't get over Tave, a little in front of him. But if he is aware, unfortunately, he goes down a little soft. He does extend the arm a little bit, but
there is contact, but it's a contact sport.
Yeah, ref's not going to call that one. And if he picks up his head, maybe in the back post, there's a guy wide open. But as a forward, you want to get a touch on that and try to score. So tough one for him, unfortunately, for the back post guy.
Couldn't tell if that was Lacroix again at the back post, but they've spent a lot of space on the left-hand side with the overlapping run. There was a great one-on-one for Duke Lacroix earlier on in this match. We'll see if that continues to be a trend going forward. Patino trying to run towards goal. He goes down and he commits the foul in the process. Santiago Patino getting involved, and you hear the cries of yellow. Santiago Patino a little naughty.
Yeah, he's just trying to slow down the game there. Doesn't want him to play quick.
There was the foul committed by Patino, and then a bit of afters, but it appears like he's going to be escaping a yellow card. We'll see it again, just kind of getting over the top of his defender. Take your pick on the...
Yeah, not meaning much there. Just trying to get your body in front of him. Unfortunate, just catches an elbow on the back of the head.
Both him and Oluwaseyi just absolute handfuls to play against.
Definitely. Definitely having those big guys up there, like San Antonio likes to play those long balls, battle for it, win those second balls, and create chances off that.
Kept in play, but conceding possession. Great drop of the shoulder. Work up the left-hand side. Crossed in quickly. Great bit of defensive work.
You can see it's a very fast pace. They're trying to get the ball down and play right there. Maybe take some time. You're on your attacking field. It's just been going up and back. Just calm down with the ball, throw it in, and keep possession of the ball.
Good bit of strength. Foster. He's got Beckford. Shane Beckford laces one up just wide of goal. A tight angle, Corey, but he tried it.
Yeah, you want to see him go at him there a little bit. That's a tough angle. You have to go near post there. As you can see, when he receives the ball, here, he's going to take a touch, and he's got the defender. Defender does well to block the far side, so the keeper knows he has to go near post. Maybe try to take him on, get a cut, get a cross in, but good effort. You're not going to complain when he's shooting from inside the 18.
Fourth shot for Colorado Springs. Free for San Antonio. Been certainly a very entertaining opening few 25 minutes, just under. Scooped forward, nodded away. Lacroix goes down. He's feeling the effects of a challenge there. Knocked out of play. A throw is the end result. And Duke Lacroix will take a moment to compose himself.
And like we said before, you're going to get a lot of physical play here. Even the ref got in it in the first 10 minutes. Two big teams going at it.
Yeah, pair of teams that would love these points. This injury stoppage brought to you by Centura Health. Duke trying to move around, work his way out of a bit of an awkward coming together, bit of a contact injury. Both of these teams, though, defeats last time out. Winless in 4, San Antonio. A bit of a tough spell for them. We're sitting at first in the West. They have the chance to go top, considering Sacramento Republic not playing this weekend. They've got a bye.
Yeah, usually when you don't get any points or not many points in those 4 games, you're expecting the first place team to crawl up a little bit.
Yeah.
Fortunately for San Antonio, they're only 2 points behind, and they haven't won a game in 4 games. So this is a very important game, not to win maybe, but get a point. Get a point on the road, maybe sneak in, try to get 3. And on the other hand, for Colorado, they're right in there with a bunch of 4 teams trying to get that last playoff to maybe the second to last playoff push.
Pass a bit heavy. Only find Tino in the middle of the park. Eyeing a forward one. Headed down. Oluwaseyi. Oluwaseyi, wow, ambitious. But you let him have the green light. Half volley, weak foot, doesn't matter. He's able to take those shots.
Yeah, and it's a great little touch here. Brings it down around the defender, good touch. And once you give him that space, unfortunate, should have let it drop a little bit. Maybe the timing wasn't there. Lets that drop, get a good contact, and get it on frame.
He's going to break kindly for Shane Beckford. Tejada. Back to him, making the forward run. Thought about the 1-2, and instead go shorter pass. Tejada slides up to him, clips up to the back post. Keeping it alive, keeping the attack ticking. The shot, I think that was a shot or a pass. I believe taking a deflection actually might have been the appeals. Echeverria is apoplectic, saying it's a good deflection, but instead it is going to be a goal kick. A strange attacking sequence here.
Yeah, he could have hit it first time, but you could see the idea was right to lay it off. But unfortunately, maybe take that one time, hit it on target, and hopefully get a rebound or even better, a goal out of that. But you can see the idea was there to lay it off.
Duke Lacroix playing as the left wing back again, was looking at the back post. His first touch, not his best, couldn't quite bring it into the path of a teammate or himself. As the goal kick is flicked on, cleared forward. James Musa putting his foot through it.
But if you're Tejada there, if we can get back to where the goal was, Foster makes a great run across the keeper, and that's what you want as a forward. If he can just whip that on the ground right to Foster, he has an easy tap into the near post.
Pass just too heavy for Maloney to get to. Goes out for a switchbacks throw. Trying the switch of play, but he got under the pass. Second try, though, it's not out to Tejada. On Tejada. This one will break for Oluwaseyi. It will. They can bring in a teammate who wants it back. The pass will go past him and be intercepted. Trying to pick out Patino, but didn't find him.
You can see both teams cheaply giving the ball over in the middle of the park, where one of them maybe later in the game can jump on that, get that counterattack, and hopefully get a chance off that. But both teams being a little too careless with the ball 28 minutes in.
Hernandez. Patient. Top of the 18. Patino onto the right, his shot blocked away.
Hernandez picked up his head there. None of his forwards were making a run in the box, so smartly by him to just pull it out, not cross it into no man's land.
You can see the shots on top right of your screen, top left of your screen, I should say. 4 and 1 for both teams. Headed away by Williams. Tejada and Hernandez to chase. Did he push him over? Bit of a careless foul there, and a free kick in a real dangerous spot. Juan Tejada edging over Jorge Hernandez.
If you're Colorado, you're frustrated with that set play, because last week, like we said, 2 goals off of set plays. Now you're giving them a cheap, very cheap, back against the goal. No point to even foul them. Just keep them going towards the end line. Unfortunate for that push. Now San Antonio could set up their dangerous set play.
See from anywhere. This free kick scoring opportunity is brought to you by Underline, delivering gigabit fiber internet. Underline.com/COS. Opportunity with the left and the right. A very dangerous position. It's made to work through. Hernandez and Zuhir. They've been the common go-tos. Zuhir over it. Hernandez to whip it in at the back post. Oh, headed just over goal. Daniel Oluwaseyi puts a thumb up. He knows that was a great opportunity.
Unbelievable ball here. Needs to head it down. As a forward, you're always taught, head it down, put it the ball where it comes across. He needs to put that on, and it should be 1-0 San Antonio. But the chances are there. San Antonio now need to finish him.
Oluwaseyi may have wondered if it was going to get to him at the back post. Being whipped in and just got under it. The guy who's got 14 goals on the year, been absolutely electric for San Antonio.
And you're expecting a guy like that to put that in. 15th goal of the season. You're winning 1-0 away from home 30 minutes in, and you're happy.
Here is Oluwaseyi. Patino waiting for options in the box. Puts one in. Herrera had to be brave. Didn't know who was going to be running in. He'll catch it and he'll toss it out.
Yeah, and that's another mistake that Colorado just giving the ball away in a bad area. We've said it a couple times now. Both teams loosely just giving the ball away.
Brilliant pass, though, on that occasion. Picks out Tyreek McGee. He can wait for options to join him. Juan Tejada, again, making a run, not picked out.
Tejada's made 2 or 3 excellent runs that they're just not finding him into those spaces behind the defense.
Here's to Shane Beckford. Back to McGee. Williams. Musa. Lacroix. From right to left in a flash. Duke Lacroix into the area, to the byline, across goal. Trying to just force it in. He'll win a corner.
And that's what you want to see out of Lacroix there.
This corner kick is brought to you by Pepsi. Pepsi, that's what I like. Opportunity just past the half-hour mark.
And that's what you want to see, going one-on-one, trying to create that opportunity. Well done by Lacroix there. Unfortunate, gets blocked, but now you have a chance on a set piece.
Gonna be Juan Tejada. He's got 3 assists in his last 3 games, 3 on the year. Talked about him in the open as a guy who may need to step up in the absence for Mario Williams. He has a chance creatively to try and whip one in. Near post, cleared away. McGee got ahead to it. It's nodded away again. Oluwaseyi, his pass is poor, only goes to Tejada. Steps past him. Juan Tejada can line one up, gets under it. Decent spot. Hard as a forward to resist the urge when you get that one. You beat the first man. You want to take the shot right there.
He's just trying to bend that. He's just trying to bend that back post, get it on target. But unfortunately for him, he gets underneath it, out for a goal kick.
Tainter. Maloney on the underlap. Carlos. Azokar back to Maloney. Carlos Azocar to the right. Took a deflection. Gets into the box, clipped up to the back post. Oh, the Washe saved in the first attempt. Can he get his feet about him? What a save again. Herrera, a double stop. Keeps it at 0-0.
Great double save there. And like he did last time, he didn't put it over the bar. He headed it down onto the goal. Gets another rebound. Unfortunate not to connect with it as well as he wants. But great 2 saves here. There's one. Unfortunate on his weak foot. Doesn't get much on it, but good save there too.
A pair of impressive stops. They were close to him, but he had to be alert and make small movements. Clipped into the channel. Was it kept in play? It was. Coutinho onto the right. He wanted to line one up. It's blocked away. Spins out. Immediately tossed back in, and Tejada knocks it out. Throwing further up the pitch. First touch pass. Space to run into. Foster can get there first. Malik Foster, 2 red shirts around him. He goes over. He still stays with it. That time it's the foul. And it'll be a free kick for Colorado Springs.
Well done for Foster there. Not much going for him there. All he wants to do is try to win a throw-in or a free kick for his team. And thought he did both, but well done there. And there it is.
On the second challenge from Maloney, that was the one that was the foul. This free kick scoring opportunity is brought to you by Underline, delivering gigabit fiber internet. Underline.com/COS. We'll see what they line up here. About 10 minutes left in this first half. Been electric, both sides, back and forth in these starting moments of this match. Still no goals to separate it. A lot of them have fallen the way of the joint leading league scorer, Tenny Oluwaseyi. But some good saves from Christian Herrera. Have it at 0-0. We'll see if his teammates can reward him and try and take the lead for the hosts. Lacroix, pass it back out to Williams. Williams, a lot of space to pick out a choice. Echevarria. Patience, Tejada. Williams, option still in the box. It's left, clever move. Echevarria across goal, cleared away. Tried to pick out a teammate and diving in to try and stop it. Jordan Farr may have received a challenge. He'll need a moment to compose himself.
Yeah, unfortunate not to get the touch that he wants it there. It takes a little bit too far, and that's where the 50-50 challenge comes in with Farr. Does well to come across, but I think the slide after the cross is what gives him the foul there. But too big of a touch right there, but unfortunate for San Antonio, foul on the keeper.
Jordan Farr is feeling the effects of that one. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesday nights at 7 Eastern. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, English Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the SXM app. Checked back. Williams. Nice shot for the shoulder, had a slip. Brilliant switch of play. If it gets to Lacroix, Maloney gets ahead to it. It'll be a throw. Tyreek McGee has shown those passes all throughout today. Just those switches of play from right to left. Another throw.
You can see both teams, like we said, just playing long balls, trying to win those second balls. But if your long balls aren't there and they're going out for throw-ins, try to keep the ball. No need to go long and lose possession, but you do gain possession if you win it off the throw-in 30 to 40 yards up.
High press employed. McGee passes it down, towing the touch line. It's a clever first touch for the sub. Batista came on in the 15th minute. Pass is blocked. Just couldn't quite get the header down. Foster trying to nod it down to a teammate. Brilliant pass by Farr, picks out Maloney. His pass blocked away, throw. Musa gets the head to it. Was he fouled beforehand? He was. Oluwaseyi putting a shoulder into him, and the foul will dissipate the pressure. Monterey Bay currently holding a 1-0 lead over Memphis. Finals, though, Detroit winning. Charleston taking down San Diego. Herrera plays that one out. Pittsburgh with a 3-1 win as well. Monterey Bay, the important one for both of these teams in a way. If it was a defeat for Monterey Bay, would have opened the door for playoff guarantees. We'll talk to that more in a moment. McGee, left foot towards goal. Oh, it hits the crossbar. Moments, inches away from a brilliant opener. Tyreek McGee just off.
And I was just gonna say, might maybe play that through ball to Skundrich coming around on the right side, but he hits it very well. Unfortunate for him, it goes off the crossbar. I was just about to say maybe slip it to Skundrich underneath right here coming around, but great strike. Unfortunate, it goes off the crossbar.
Yeah, Corey, you kind of made that gesture like you should make that pass, but you opted for the shot, and it was very close, you know, with those forwards. Maybe the right choice was the pass, but he almost executed perfectly. Yeah,
you're not thinking that shot's getting through 3 defenders right there, but it did, and almost 1-0 Colorado.
Flicked on. Lacroix, he's gonna switch play. Tejada can sprint to it. Who'll get there first? Tejada gets there, puts a chest to it, but it'll touch him last. It'll be a throw. But just to touch back on the Monterey result, they're currently up 1-0. If they had fallen in a defeat and there would have been a win for San Antonio and also New Mexico tomorrow failing to win, that would have ensured a playoff spot for San Antonio. Feels like a matter of when, not if at this point. For Colorado Springs, it's more pressure on the side chasing the playoffs. Great drop of the shoulder.
Yeah, and if you're Colorado and you see Monterey Bay up there 1-0, winning the game in Memphis, and now you're coming in the locker room and they've won, it changes everything.
Tejada arrows it across goal. The first time shot gets under it.
And unfortunately, that's one of the toughest strikes to take. When it's coming in, bouncing, needs to really focus on his technique there and get over top of the ball and drive it down. Comes through and he swings as it's coming up. That's a tough finish, but it's a good chance for Colorado.
Deshane Beckford gets under it, goes over the goal. A lot of shots for both teams. The XG quite high for both of them, so some solid opportunities. Tani Oluwaseyi especially, I mean, in the second minute, it was kind of a stunner out of nowhere, a chaotic few moments. Probably the best chance of the match so far, one-on-one, trying the chip. Was blocked out for a corner kick.
Yeah, this game could easily be tied 2-2, but fortunately for us, it's 0-0.
Scooped forward by Oluwaseyi into the box, going down under some pressure, goal kick.
He's not going to call that after what happened to Colorado in their box.
It seemed very similar to the one that Malik Foster went down under the pressure. Some contact, but the referee, again, set a precedent, said he would need more than that for it to be a foul in the area. Pass, picks out Lacroix. Williams had to be alert. Low pass, Echeverria. Makes a forward run after his pass. Beckford moving in field. McGee. Tejada has Skundrich in support. Still Tejada. Just driving on the byline. Couldn't get it. No foul given. Oluwaseyi putting his body into the defender. Musa. Eyes the open man. Lacroix.
So much space in this field in Colorado. It's a huge field, and both teams are taking advantage with those switches of play.
It feels probably 2 times bigger than it actually is, Corey, just how much space every player has had. It's been a very open match, not congested in the slightest.
Yeah, and for San Antonio, that pitch probably looks even bigger with the altitude. So for these next 3 to 4 minutes, you really want to focus on getting into the halftime at 0-0 or if you could sneak a late one, but you do not want to give one up for Colorado right now.
Tear up the notes for both head coaches. Musa wins it. The center back going to range forward a little bit. He's going to offer an option. Williams. Tejada. Back to Williams. This touch a bit heavy.
Musa's still up there.
Yeah.
If they can get this ball, but he's tracking back now.
Yeah, he's almost going to fill a midfield role defensively. Oluwaseyi uses his body a bit. Is defended well enough. Tracking back was Drew Skundrich, able to support his team. They are playing with fire, getting Oluwaseyi just one-on-one with the center backs at many times. If he wins one of those duels, he could be back in one-on-one in a flash. Skundrich. Tejada can turn in field. Drop of the shoulder to the byline, can't quite get there. Deshane Beckford.
Yeah, unfortunately with that touch, it's going out of bounds, but you could see he's clipped him in the ankles. Just fall down there. You know you're not going to get the ball before it goes over the end line, but good 1v1, but you got to be smarter than that. Once he clips you and you know you're not getting the ball, go down, you might get that call.
It is one of those in the sport where you have to go down to get that call. The referee isn't just going to call that if you stay on your feet. Has its pros and its cons.
Yeah, for sure. You don't want him to fall, but you could see he did get clipped.
Yeah.
It's affected him not getting to that ball. Fortunate for him, he doesn't go down.
Oluwaseyi gives it back to where he got it from Maloney.
I feel like Oluwaseyi is just not getting the touches that he wants on the ball, and as a forward, when you don't get those touches, you keep dropping, dropping. You don't want him dropping into that midfield and trying to collect the balls. Where is he the most dangerous? Inside the box. So stay inside the box. You'll get your touches. All you need is one to win the game.
Yeah. Looking at 3 minutes of added time at the end of this first 45 minutes. Stoppage time brought to you by the TikTok Shop. 3 minutes of it. We'll see if either team wants to try and break forward, but as you mentioned, Corey, could just want to see out the half. Poor header, sits up. Skundrich can step up and get it.
Yeah, I think if you're San Antonio, you want to see out this half. If you're Colorado, try to get one, but
Oluwaseyi.
As I say that, San Antonio tries to get a chance, but this is where San Antonio wants to slow down the game. Take your time. You got 2 minutes until halftime. You have the ball in your attacking third. Take advantage of this.
Gonna be a throw. Oluwaseyi bouncing it on the far side. Maloney, Oluwaseyi. Oh, a clever back heel. Maloney into the area, through everybody. They might be able to retrieve it, keep the play alive. We have one of our minimum 3 added on. Played through it. Azokar passing it off. He'll get it back. Receiving it from Batista. Azokar to the right. Can he get it back? The pass just underhit a little bit. Williams, his clearance forward. Hernandez. Batista. His touch to go out of play. It did indeed. Bit of a sloppy concession of possession.
Yeah, and if you want to be honest with both coaches maybe here, you could see it could be a sloppy first half from both teams with the turnovers, with the mistakes, dribbling out of bounds, with the passes in the middle of the field. But fortunate for both teams, it's still 0-0, and we got 45 minutes to play in the second half.
Neither side ruthless, taking advantage of the other's mistakes. They've been only offering more mistakes in return. Tejada. Still a minute if either side wants to break open the storylines, break this one open. McGee. He's got Lacroix. Back to McGee. Williams offering an option. He'll go forward instead. Beckford trying the first time pass. It's just off, flicked forward. Skundrich. Taken off of him.
There's just too many touches on the ball. You need to play quicker. 1-2 touch. get it out of your feet, make the defense move. It just looks like Colorado might be holding it on a little bit too much, giving San Antonio that time to come get the ball.
To the left. Lacroix goes low into the box. Not fully dealt with. Still Duke Lacroix. Entering the 49th minute, it's cleared away. Referee looks at his watch, puts the whistle to his mouth, and that does it for our first 45 minutes. Your halftime score brought to you by Jacobs. It's Colorado Springs Switchbacks 0, San Antonio 0. Corey, after the first 45, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think both teams played a little sloppy there. Unfortunate, nobody took advantage of that, so it'll be an exciting second half to see what they change up and hopefully get a cleaner, more fun game to watch.
Nothing to separate the two sides after that first 45 minutes in a match where 3 points would be very, very important to say the least. Well, Colorado Springs Switchbacks and San Antonio FC always put on a treat. Trying to curb the recent matches, though, our Colorado Springs. We'll see what happens in the second 45, but your halftime score brought to you by Jacobs. It's Colorado Springs Switchbacks 0, San Antonio FC 0 after 45.
Burgers for the mind, tacos for the heart, and chili for the soul. We're Felipe's 109, home of the taco burger. Local flavors, family owned, love, peace, green chili, y'all.
Hi, I'm Scott Kilbury, host of Rocky Mountain Quiz Kids. We have 30 of the best and brightest schools from all across Southern Colorado competing for the top spot. Question is, who will come out on top? Watch Rocky Mountain Quiz Kids Sundays at 6:30, sponsored by the Pikes Peak Library District.
It's summertime, and if you're lucky, weather in your neighborhood could be coming to your neighborhood. Every Thursday, one lucky winner will get to host a weather party from their backyard. Invite us over and I'll do the weather live on Fox 21 News at 5 and 6:30. Plus, I'll bring along enough food for 15 and I'll bring the Fox 21 Storm Squatch as well. Enter now on the Fox 21 Storm Team app for your chance to win a weather in your neighborhood party.
Fox 21 Weather in your neighborhood is sponsored by Luxury Car Cosmetics.
We've all heard the phrase before, the mountains are calling. Well, these mountains are screaming. That's what gets me out here in the pool every day. They energize me, even when I'm not feeling it. In fact, they energize our whole family. We have done so much more outside in Colorado, hiking, biking, swimming, fishing, skiing, you name it, and we owe it to the mountains. They literally take your breath away.
Watch Scott Kilbury on Fox 21 Local News, weeknights at 5, 6:30, 9, and 10.
In Southern Colorado, you have to be ready for anything.
Sometimes that involves making a really tough decision. Patagonia or North Face?
We make the most out of a nice day. Hey, grab Aspen, Rocky, and Sierra. Let's go.
And in Southern Colorado, we know it's all about the flavor.
And as our cities grow, we hang on to our Western heritage.
I'm just trying to hold on.
Well, hold on tighter.
I thought you got this way.
I'm getting off this way. This is how you get up. We are Southern Colorado.
Hey, wait! What about me?
It is halftime between the Colorado Springs Switchbacks and San Antonio FC. As things stand after our first 45 minutes, it is still 0-0. Some great opportunities for both sides, but nothing to separate them so far. We can look forward now and get into our halftime across the league. First off, tonight's honorary healthcare professional of the match is Demetria Ortiz-Kuth, surgical tech in the sterile processing department at Penrose Hospital. Thank you, Demetria, for all you've done to help our community. The healthcare professional of the match is co-sponsored by Encore Electric, along with Olson Plumbing and Heating. We can now look ahead for these teams, the next few matches, some of the last matches of the regular season. First off, Corey, for Colorado Springs, their next two. This is against number 2 in the West. Those next two, the other top 3 sides.
Yeah, and if you're Colorado, you need to pick up points, and not just pick up a couple points. You need to pick up points quick and get into that playoff. So you need to win those games, get points on the road, win those games at home.
Trying to maintain their spot in the playoffs and stay in there. A tough next 3 before they'll play some other sides in their next 5. As for San Antonio, not trying to maintain their spot in the playoffs, trying to get a better spot, a better seeding. They've got an interesting next 5 as they try and get back into first place.
Yeah, and if you're San Antonio right now, you're trying to focus on tonight to get at least 1 point because you got 2 games at home, and San Antonio at home, you almost have to write up 6 points right there. But you need to focus on the game tonight and get as many points as possible to try to win the West.
A very hot Orange County side. They are 2 of the next 5 upcoming for San Antonio. A tough upcoming schedule for them. but they are a very talented team, as you mentioned, Corey. So it's been a great first 45 between these sides. Nothing to separate them so far. On the other side of this break, we'll get you caught up with what's happening around the league. That's all important. The playoff push, where we're at. Currently halftime, 0-0 between Colorado Springs and San Antonio.
Goes topics. I mean, yeah, let's talk about today where I'm going to go topics.
Roll it down.
I am.
You don't need a car to listen to Sirius XM. You can listen anywhere. You know that, right?
What? Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio.
Kevin, you could use your phone.
What? What?
Alexa, play Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio on Sirius XM.
What?
This is how I know you're getting old. I guess that was it.
What?
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
It's summertime, and if you're lucky, weather in your neighborhood could be coming to your neighborhood. Every Thursday, one lucky winner will get to host a weather party from their backyard. Invite us over, and I'll do the weather live on Fox 21 News at 5 and 6:30. Plus, I'll bring along enough food for 15, and I'll bring the Fox 21 Storm Squatch as well. Enter now on the Fox 21 Storm Team app for your chance to win a weather in your neighborhood party.
Fox 21 Weather in your neighborhood is sponsored by Luxury Car Cosmetics.
Halftime from Widener Field. Nothing to separate Colorado Springs and San Antonio. Opportunities aplenty. Goals yet to see one. We'll see how the second 45 breaks out. Let's look around the league, though. Important happenings in terms of playoff implications and just general league structures. Let's check this one out. News in Oakland. Oakland Roots announcing that California State University East Bay as their 2024 venue. Orange County, 8-game win streak. They are on an absolute tear, going right up to the top of the Western Conference and continuing to expand the USL family. Portland, Maine granted a USL League One franchise. USL to Portland, Maine's first professional soccer club with a 2025 kickoff. A lot of travel for them, but continuing to expand the game in the USL from coast to coast in the United States. Excited to see them in the upcoming years in USL League One. Can now look at the scoreboard and see what's happening across the league. A big one at the bottom of the screen there, Corey, isn't it? Monterey Bay with the 3 points.
Yeah, huge win for them on the road, going from 8th place. Hopefully, if Colorado doesn't get the result they want, they push up into that playoff spot. So, like we said with OC, winning 8 games, they're moving up the table. Monterey Bay need to find points, and they did on the road at Memphis.
Detroit taking down Miami in a big 6-pointer. Pittsburgh and Charleston, as well as Tampa Bay, continuing to get some more points, getting wins over Loudoun, San Diego, and Lou City. Those the 5 games. Hartford currently going through some weather. We'll see how that game begins to play out. That's your scoreboards as things stand there. We can look ahead now and see what's coming up next in the USL Championship. Looking forward, some interesting ones later tonight as well as tomorrow. Birmingham Legion, New Mexico United, some potential playoff implications. We'll see what's looking forward.
Yeah, you can see another huge game. Orange County, Colorado, right there. Big game for Colorado. They need the 3 points tonight, and then they need those 3 points too. Unfortunately, it's on the road in California, but they need to focus on the 3 points tonight.
Orange County in a great vein of form themselves. We'll see how that one plays out. But a very, very interesting upcoming next few matches for these two sides. Important before we get to those, it's this one. Currently 0-0 between Colorado Springs and San Antonio FC. One last break, and when we come back, we'll show you how we got to this point. Highlights on the other side of this break on ESPN+.
We are Southern Colorado.
Saturday during the summers was our get up and go to Monument Lake fishing. From a little hobby as an 11-year-old kid, it's turned into quite a business.
Our stories matter.
If they're on the trails, if they're in the woods, if they're anywhere, I can be with them now.
Bringing you the most local news.
All of the people that are doing this type of agriculture are trying to do a better thing for society.
We are Fox 21, and together we are Southern Colorado.
I moved here about 8 years ago to join the Fox 21 News team. I thought I'd only be here for a couple of years, but I absolutely fell in love with Southern Colorado. I also fell in love with a Pueblo boy when I was interviewing him about his food truck. Now we're married, we have this little girl, and my parents actually owned a restaurant in Arkansas, a catfish restaurant, so it's exciting that my daughter gets to grow up in a restaurant too, in her daddy's kitchen in Pueblo.
Yeah. Watch Taylor Bishop, weeknights at 5, 6:30, 9, and 10.
In Southern Colorado, you have to be ready for anything.
Sometimes that involves making a really tough decision. Patagonia or North Face?
We make the most out of a nice day. Hey, grab Aspen, Rocky, and Sierra. Let's go.
And in Southern Colorado, we know it's all about the flavor.
And as our cities grow, we hang on to our Western heritage.
I'm just trying to hold on.
Well, hold on tighter.
I thought you got this way.
I'm getting off this way. This is how you get up. We are Southern Colorado.
Hey, wait! What about me?
Hi, I'm Scott Kilbury, host of Rocky Mountain Quiz Kids. We have 30 of the best and brightest schools from all across Southern Colorado competing for the top spot. Question is, who will come out on top? Watch Rocky Mountain Quiz Kids Sundays at 6:30, sponsored by the Pikes Peak Library District.
Burgers for the mind, tacos for the heart, and chili for the soul. We're Felipe's 109, home of the taco burger. Local flavors, family owned, love, peace, green chili, y'all.
Back at Widener Field, it's 0-0 between Colorado Springs and San Antonio. The two teams may have been able to see results elsewhere. Monterey Bay have won. That puts the pressure on these two sides trying to secure a big 3 points from Colorado Springs. We can check out your first half highlights. Those halftime highlights brought to you by Broadmoor Cryotherapy. A fascinating first 45, and it started in just the second minute with a great early opportunity for the man with 14 goals, Tani Oluwaseyi.
Yeah, unfortunately doesn't finish this. Goes for the chicky chip right there. Needs to go on the bottom, maybe put it between his legs. Fortunate for Colorado, did score.
The match was wide open though, opportunities for both sides. Able to get to the left-hand side, Duke Lacroix in a lot of space, just can't quite put it past the keeper.
Yeah, and you can see it a lot tonight with a big touch. Gives the keeper time to come out. If he keeps it closer or gets it on his right foot, he has a better opportunity to score that goal.
Both teams, though, continuing to keep the pressure on. Again, the left-hand side continuing to be the problem spot, and it's the positive spot if you look at it from Colorado Springs' perspective, attacking-wise. That shot going just wide.
Yeah, and if you're Colorado, you really want to finish these opportunities because San Antonio is one of those teams that could come in and finish it, win 1-0.
One of the better opportunities of the match. Just couldn't quite get this one on 2 attempts. A brilliant double save. Herrera, probably more credit than discredit you would give to Oluwaseyi, who had a decent header saved, and then the shot just getting a foot there to block it off. Your halftime stats also brought to you by Broadmoor Cryotherapy. Possession just slightly swinging in the way of the host. Shots slightly in the way of San Antonio. Interested how you view those at halftime.
Yeah, you just want to see more shots on target. You could have all the shots in the world, but if none of them are on target, you're not going to score a lot of goals.
Only been tested 1 time has Jordan Farr, and only 3 times has Christian Herrera. You saw at the back end, though, of those highlights. Did require a pretty spectacular double save to keep out Tani Oluwaseyi, who's been the problem man, you have to say, for Colorado Springs defensively. Light show happening at halftime as we're getting ourselves back underway in just a few moments. Corey, the keys for the teams after that first 45 that they're going to look at to try and tweak or just do better on if they want to try and get a result here?
Yeah, you just want to be able to keep the ball better. I think there's been a lot of turnovers that's created opportunities for both sides. You want to be able to keep that ball in the final third, work it around, and eventually when you have your chance, you need to take it. There's been a couple chances where they need to put it in the back of the net because goals do change games. San Antonio gets a goal early in the second half, they'll be more likely to come out and get a second one. Unfortunately, for Colorado, they need to come out on fire because San Antonio now is probably feeling the altitude, a little tired, still 0-0, so San Antonio will build more confidence as it stays like that.
Light show, a great backdrop as the players are getting back out on the field.
I think it might make me dizzy seeing all those lights like that.
They're trying to throw them off. You got the out-2 already, the big pitch, you're running a lot, and then you're just saying, let's just throw a lot of lights at them, see if they can handle that. And Corey, this is a matchup that San Antonio has, in the last few matchups in this series, just dominated. 6 consecutive wins. They won the matchup earlier this year, 1-0. They won 2-0 in last year's Western Conference Finals. It's been 9 games since the last time Colorado Springs got a result against San Antonio, all the way back in March of 2019. They got a 1-0 win here at home, so we'll see how they're able to handle that moving forward. Colorado Sav, the head referee for today's match, he was actually our first injury stoppage. He got bumped over within 5 minutes. He's back up, moving around. Been a clean match so far officiating. And we'll see and hope that it continues in that vein, and we will see if either team can break this one open. A 0-0 match, Corey, but not your typical 0-0. A lot of opportunities, a lot of potential for some enjoyment. We're back underway. The hosts moving from right to left will get us going. Beckford bringing that one down. Was that kept in play? It was indeed. Referee says, nope, it was not. After a brief pause. Launched forward. Jack Edwards, Corey Herzog here in the broadcast booth with you. Delighted to present this second half between these sides. No longer can San Antonio guarantee a playoff spot in today's match. But Colorado Springs, knowing the win elsewhere, points that much more valuable for them.
Yeah, Monterey picked up huge 3 points on the road, pushing them, if Colorado don't get the points here, above them in the playoffs push.
They're currently still sitting in 7th on a tiebreaker, but both on 37 points are them in Monterey. So we'll see, again, if they should fall to defeat, they'll slip into 8th spot, still in the playoffs, but just on that bubble. And they know there's a lot of teams in that area. El Paso, New Mexico, Oakland just ahead of that group. Musa. Driving forward into a bit of space. Lacroix has options to right and left, goes to the right.
This is what we were talking about at halftime. Keep the ball. You don't need to go forward every time you get into that final third. Try to drag them out. Then you exploit those spaces in between or get fouls like that.
Malik Foster, as you're saying it, Corey, just a bit of patience there. Able to bait in his opponent, win a free kick in a pretty promising position. This free kick scoring opportunity is brought to you by Underline, delivering gigabit fiber internet. Underline.com/COS. We'll see what they decide to do here. 2 players standing over it. A further 5 in the area in black. McGee, back post, just past him. Running at the back post. It looked to be Oscar Agren. He had to reach just too much, but a dangerous one from McGee, probably the best choice in the box.
Yeah, that's a great ball by McGee there. You need to be on, if you're the back post guy, you need to get on that because that's your job. Yeah. Get there, get it across the goal, or get it on target. Great ball by McGee. Unfortunate for Colorado, again, not to finish that opportunity.
Switch of play. Foster, you won a foul a few moments ago. Involved in the first few of the second half. Trying the low pass was Lacroix. Intercepted. Musa with a thumping header. Oluwaseyi trying the first time ball. Knocked out for a throw. That'll be his sides. Tough to really assess how strong a defensive performance it was against Tanya Oluwaseyi, because he had a few good opportunities with a player of his speed and his caliber to kind of limit him to the peripheral role that he played in that first 45. You have to feel pretty good if you're Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado's really containing him. He's not getting on the end of crosses. He did have that one opportunity, and you're frustrating him because you can see him dropping 10, 15 yards, trying to find that ball because he's not getting those touches. But I played it as a forward.
Yeah.
I don't want those balls in the midfield. I only want to touch the ball in the box and score goals. And here's a chance.
Back post for Oluwaseyi. Oh, almost right. We were talking about it. Tejada has to put a foot in, nod it up, went out for a corner. That would have been the ultimate case of the commentator's curse, but almost in a positive way for San Antonio. Oluwaseyi trying to get on the end of that one on the 18.
But that's where you want to see him. You want to see him in the box. Unfortunately, maybe if he could get his left foot wrapped around the defender right there. Unfortunately, Skundrich did well and Tejada did well in the back post against him.
This corner kick is brought to you by Pepsi. Pepsi, that's what I like. A lot of players in the box in the mixer. We'll see if Colorado Springs can avoid a second straight week conceding first from a corner. Whipped in towards the back post, headed away on the first try.
And you can see Colorado really focusing on the runners there. Done well, unlike last week. Here comes the second phase, though.
Lofted forward. Just couldn't quite nod that one back across, out for a goal kick.
And as a smaller guy going up a big defender like Tainter, all you want to do is challenge.
Yeah.
Get him off balance. Great job right there. Just to get him off balance, it goes out for a goal kick. You can see Colorado's really worked on that. A lot of space out wide.
Both teams playing with wing backs, wide players who are able to operate in a lot of space, and it hasn't really led to a lot of one-on-ones in those wide areas, which is quite a treat for the neutral.
Yeah, definitely. If you can, what you need to do there is avoid skip that first forward, get around that, and you got all the space in the world. If your keeper can clip it in, great by the keeper.
Lacroix contesting, as was Zuhir. Into the channel, Oluwaseyi in the box. What's he gonna do here? Drags it back, Zuhir! Oh, off the post! Inches away from opening the score. What a move by San Antonio on the break. It'll be put out of play, a throw. Will avoid a counter. What a chance, Corey.
Wow, what a chance, what a ball. And secondly, another great ball by the forward. I thought he was gonna cross it straight across, cuts it back, unbelievable. He needs to finish that. I don't know if there was a touch or a save.
It looked like it may have taken a slight deflection. Let's see if we can tell from this angle. I think it might have.
Was it off Musa?
It might have been James Musa who put a vital foot in. We'll give him the credit.
Yeah.
Say defensively it was a good stop.
So, as we didn't see, great opportunity for San Antonio. Unbelievable save by Musa if he did get a touch.
Yeah.
But if you're San Antonio, you need to start finishing your opportunities. You're not going to get many like that.
Hernandez scooping one forward. It bounces into the box. It'll be collected. That was probably the best chance we've seen all match, Corey. Rivaling the Oluwaseyi one-on-one.
Great ball by him to be able to see that from. I thought he was going to cross it across. I didn't even see that guy coming in on the top of the box, but great vision by him. Great layoff to hit it one time.
Switch of play. This doesn't have the feel of a match that will end in a 0-0 draw. Musa trying one forward. I'll hope that it isn't not a curse situation there, that we're jinxed into having no goals here. We'll see what happens now. Hernandez has two with him. Bit of space. Oh, just can't quite get on the same wavelength. And James Musa tracking back can win it back for his side. Beckford. Foot race. Trying one into the box, headed away. McGee, he gets there. Tyreek McGee towards the byline. Tries one low, it's all the way across goal. Vital clearance. Tejada was sniffing around it. Cleared away, throw in.
And I saw it in the first half, but I didn't say it. You need to have those defining runs into the box. That's a great ball across. Tejada needs to get in front of that defender. It's an easy tap in and you're winning 1-0 at home. It's got to be more urgency in the box. There's not many in there right now trying to get forward. Get that defined run, get across the near post, get across your defender and score.
McGee whips it in. Tejada made the run that time, the ball went long.
But that's the run you want.
Yeah.
If he's making that run, somebody needs to come in behind. But if that ball's lower, he beats his defender. That's the kind of run. If he did that the first time, 1-0 Colorado.
He was clearly had our broadcast in his ear. He was listening and said, all right, got to make that run this time. Just couldn't quite link up with Tyreek McGee on that occasion.
Colorado's had those opportunities, got those balls in the box. If they had more, like we said, defining runs, get across your defender, get to the spot that you're supposed to be, could be a different story for Colorado.
Hernandez for San Antonio.
Good feet.
Great footwork. Azokar, he can pick his head up. Zuhir, what's he gonna do now? trying to shift it to the right. He will. Maloney. Oluwaseyi. A lot of space for him to roam into. Sprinting back is Foster. Stands it up. It can be cleared.
Oluwaseyi, you don't want to, he likes floating around, but he's coming out too wide. He doesn't want to be crossing the ball with his weak foot into the box where he's supposed to be. Fortunate for him, they get a throw in, but get in the box. Let Maloney get around you. Get in the box and head one down.
Zuhair does well to flick it over his opponents. Headed away. The pass into the channel, it's dangerous. Then trying the nutmeg, Tejada on the support. Won't let his teammate get embarrassed or burned there. He clears it out. Azokar trying to work on the left-hand side. San Antonio, long throw if they wish. Tossed in, headed away. No one attacking it in red. It's going to squirm free. A big challenge. Referee will whistle for this one, and our first card of the match will go the way of Rita Zuhair. They're appealing based on prior decisions, but the yellow card will be given to Rita Zuhair. This yellow card brought to you by Diversus Health, mental health and well-being for all. Remember to take a moment to breathe. Definitely, Corey, they left that one in a bit of a nasty one.
Yeah, Speedy just gets there right before him to get a touch on it. Comes through both ankles. I don't know what he's arguing about there.
Doesn't rise to the level of a red card, but definitely felt like that was a surefire yellow. And the next discussion point was, is that more? But I think yellow card is a fine place to land. Referee been very neutral in his calling today. Been a clean match in that regard.
Yeah, referee's done well today.
So we're back underway after the foul committed by San Antonio. McGee. That's Musa, rather, I should say. Musa was calling for it. And he will get it. James Musa can range forward a bit from the defense. Low pass, I think just got on the wrong wavelength, and now was caught out a bit defensively. Pair of headers, and they'll work their way out of the press.
Just looks like when Colorado finally gets into that attacking third, there's not that much creativity to find those spaces in between the midfield and defenders. There's no runs in behind to stretch the defenders out and the midfielders. It's just clip balls in like that, where you're not going to see much.
Yeah.
You're not going to retain the ball there with Foster, not the biggest forward like San Antonio has.
The forward options: 5'7" Malik Foster, 5'9" Deshane Beckford. Tyreek McGee be getting up sometimes. He's 5'6".
Yeah, so
you just compare that to Patino, 6'1", Oluwaseyi, 6'2". There's just a frame difference. This one falls out for Zuhair. Ooh, is he onside? Referee says no. And the shot goes over anyways. But Santiago Patino was in one-on-one. He looked offsides from our vantage point. Referee agreed.
Yeah, he's going to say it was offsides. That's why I didn't put it on target.
Yeah.
But
he knew when he shot it.
Well, we're coming back to Colorado. Colorado, those forwards need to find the space right in front of the defenders. One checks in, one checks in behind. We need to create. They need to create. It looks like it could have been.
It was close. It was a marginal call. I think closer than we first expected, but. Yeah, it's almost a call, no VAR. When you're in that much space, you have to say, okay, you have to be offsides if you're in that much space.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that close until we slowed it down there. So.
Great bit of control and strength. Who's in the box is an option towards the back post. Lacroix was there, but he was a moment late. Again, Corey, just a bit late with the runs.
Yeah, there's nobody going in. Where's Foster? Where are they in the box? They're coming in. It's a great ball across the net, but nobody's there.
Williams. McGee. Tyreek McGee. Again, tugging his opponents. Fouls Connor Maloney. He'll win the foul.
You're seeing Lacroix get there late in the box. That's your left back. If he can make the box, where's your forwards? All you need to do is a 20-yard, 10-yard run to get in the box. You have a tap in.
Yeah. Jordan Farr will go out to take this free kick from the near side after the foul committed. On the bench, it was announced this week, a big-time returner. Acquired on Wednesday on loan from Portland, Nathan Fogassa. Played with San Antonio back in 2021, 13 goals in 34 appearances, a big-time performer. They made one sub today due to injury. We'll see if he'll make his debut part 2 in today's matchup. But a very talented forward from Palmeiras, Brazil. Again, on loan from Portland, making 16 appearances, 8 starts, a goal and an assist this year up in the MLS. The scoop pass, ambitious from Hernandez. It was headed away. Puts a foot in to poke it. Foul committed. Free kick here.
Another time where you're just taking too many touches in a dangerous area. It is a foul. It is giving San Antonio a free kick in a dangerous spot.
Sub is being prepared for Colorado Springs. I believe they will do it now. They will indeed. Tyreek McGee will be coming out of the match. Jairo Enriquez, he's coming in. The substitution brought to you by William J. Hibbull Sports Medicine and Performance Center. Learn more at hibbullcenter.org. The first sub of the match for the hosts. Enriquez will be coming on. He started last time out. 3 goals, 2 assists for the man from El Salvador. It's his first full season with the side. He'll be coming on for McGee. His first action will be immediately defensively. Let's hope and help out. Make sure that nothing is allowed on this. Zuhair and Hernandez have been the constant figures on these set pieces. Maybe just too far to take a shot. Maybe when you put on goal, try and get a rebound. We'll see what the choice is here. The right of Zuhair, the left of Hernandez. Hernandez leaves it. Zuhair on goal, saved. Routine in the end for Herrera, but he does what he needs to.
Yeah, you're going to need a lot more from that to beat a, what is he, 6'5", 6'6" keeper. But you like the aggressiveness. Unfortunate, easy save for the keeper. Hey.
May have been a bit of confusion. I think there was a little naughty there from Hernandez. And the crowd may have noticed. I don't think the referee is going to raise it to any extra action. I think there was an issue of a player blocking Herrera from taking the kick, so they allowed him to almost drop it again. Kind of a strange sequence, and Hernandez, I think, was
a little confused because I thought he put it down and then picked it back up.
I did as well, which, yeah.
Yeah, you can't do.
A bit of confusion there. A little bit of a dangerous pass. And also, you mentioned 6'5", 6'6". He's listed as 6'7". Very big goalkeeper in Christian Herrera. Header down.
Do remember scoring a PK against him.
Oh, yeah? The height didn't matter then.
No. It was a fun one. Arguing before the PK.
Big tackle there. Were you leading the arguing, or was Christian leading the arguing in that instance?
Usually I do, and again, I was, yeah.
Foul committed by Enriquez. The midfielder coming on, immediately getting stuck into the action. As a forward, Corey, I'm interested to get your take on just the penalty as an option, as its existence in comparison to, I don't know what you call it, the 35-yard run up the MLS trials. Are you a proponent of that? Are you a fan of the penalty? Obviously, it favors well it swings well in the favor of the attackers.
Yeah, I love taking PKs. Probably like basketball, it's free throw. Yeah. Easiest goal that you can score, but it is one of those where if you have missed like your last one, you do get in your head.
Scoop to the back post, headed away, corner kick given.
Yeah, you do get in your head, and then it becomes a mental game there. Yeah. You just want to see it hit the back of the net.
Corner kick here. On the far side, it will be corner kick brought to you by Pepsi. Pepsi, that's what I like. Oscar Agrin getting some refreshment himself. Set pieces were a focus entering the match after conceding 2. We've talked about it a few times. We talk about it every time they come up for Colorado Springs.
I don't want to jinx them, but they have done well on all the corner kicks that led up to now.
That's terrible timing for you to say that. Zuhair can whip it in. Into the box. A tall leap. Appeals for both teams and who touched last. It'll be a goal kick. National Suicide Prevention Week is September 10th through September 16th. To support the mental health of our communities, the USL has partnered with the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. If you need support, call or text 988 now. You are not alone. Throws out of play. Will be a throw for San Antonio. At what point do you begin thinking about tossing in more subs? 1 second half stub, Enriquez coming out for Colorado Springs. We only saw 2 last time out for San Antonio. Interested to see what they'll do here.
Yeah, surprising from San Antonio not to use your subs as early, but that's just saying that your players are fit and he believes in his players right now. So I would say in the next 5 to 10 minutes, you'll probably see some more activity on the sideline, maybe throwing in a sub there. Coming in as a forward, you want to get some goals as they're talking to him right now.
Nathan Fugasa, the man that you see on your screen right now. Number 17, the new addition on loan. His second stint off the ball, off the screen, I should say. There was a foul committed. Going the way of Colorado Springs, switch of play. Musa has to be careful with his touch here. Ooh, a massive bump from behind and a big tumble. Interesting to wag the finger at that for the team because it looked to be a pretty no doubt push in the back.
Yeah, you can see his frustration, just not being able to get the chances that he wants, maybe not touching the ball and just taking his frustration out on the defender that's not letting him do it. So right now, I'd say Colorado's defense is winning that frustration. But all you need to do is score 1 goal.
Takes 1 moment. Takes 1 moment. Drop the shoulder from Enriquez, whipping into the back post. Well overhit. Lacroix was in the area, but not brought in. Enriquez, his first full year, had 4 goals, 4 assists in 15 appearances last year, helping the team to the Western Conference Finals, where they did fall in the end to San Antonio, the eventual champions, who won 3-1 in the title match.
He's one of those players that can create something out of nothing. So really look for him to find the ball and just be able to create something for the forwards.
Brief stoppage here. There may be a booking to a coach. I believe we have indeed got a yellow card. Stephen Hogan, I believe the man who has been booked, maybe just disagreeing 1 too many times with the referee. Probably the more important factor, disagreeing too loudly 1 too many times.
Yeah.
1 to chase. Going to ground. Oof. A light foul. Corey, I have to imagine you side with the forward on that one, where the defender kind of knows he's beaten, kind of goes down a little bit.
Yeah, he tugs him a little bit here. If you're the referee, you have to call it, but if it's somewhere else on the field, maybe you're not calling it at midfield right there. But as a referee, you have to call it as a forward. It's a little light for me.
Oluwaseyi gets his head to it. Bouncing forward, going down. There were some small appeals for a handball. Played forward now. I mean,
I don't know how many pushes you get
just a push off the ball. I'm wondering if, there's an embrace there. Seems rather cordial after the off-ball push. Tani Oluwaseyi, his day will be done, and it's a return. Nathan Fugasa, he's back in red for San Antonio. They're going to try and see if he can come on to immediate effect. His second debut with the club, his second stint with the club.
Yeah, and if you're Oluwaseyi, you didn't have a bad game, but you didn't have a great game. Could have had 2 goals possibly. Fortunately, the first 2 minutes he had a great opportunity, and even better, later in that half he had that header. He's just going to be focusing on that. But right now, he's one of those players that needs to now cheer his team on to get those 3 points.
Oluwaseyi off. That sub brought to you by the William J. Hibbull Sports Medicine and Performance Center. Learn more at hibbullcenter.org. It's tough to imagine that he would be satisfied going goalless in this one after the opportunities he got. Musa has to be careful. Fogasa, immediate coming together between them. It'll be called as a foul, just a innocuous coming together. I think the referee just going to make sure that.
Yeah, you just see his energy already coming onto the field, being able to press. Unfortunately, tangle up with some legs there, but you got to like what you see just with that energy attacking the players.
Second sub coming in here. Another debut, Delence Pierre. He'll be coming in. This sub brought to you by the William J. Hibbull Sports Medicine and Performance Center. Learn more at hibbullcenter.org. Pierre Delence, just a really recent acquisition. Delence Pierre, I should say. Brought in this week as well. Left-footed, that was the main profile they wanted to do with him. Talking to Stephen Hogan ahead of this one, just emphasizing that his profile, his defensive attributes, what he can offer. There's a foul committed there.
Yeah, it looks like that sub maybe getting a little bit more attacking going in. Getting Lacroix off, who's a left back, putting in Pierre there. See what he has to do in these last 20 minutes. Maybe brings that little spark.
He's on loan from Real Salt Lake for the rest of the season. 4-year career at Portland. Making 48 appearances between 2019 and 2022. On the attack, it's San Antonio. Less than 20 to play.
Smart not to put a ball in there. 4 defenders with yours, as I say that.
Whipped in. Nathan was on hand, but it's cleared away. A bit of a slip. Hernandez stays with it, clips it into the box. Laser towards goal. What a goal! Santiago Patino, a special effort. What a way to open the scoring. Try and move themselves back to the top of the West.
And what did we say in the beginning of the game? What is Hernandez going to do? Draw players in, and what does he do? He finds them. And what a goal by Patino. We saw it in the first half with the Colorado player not being able to strike it well. But look at this, draws in 1, 2, 3, 4, little chip, and technique right there. Oh, what a goal, and this will be the view right here. We'll let it go, just enjoy it.
What a view.
You can't hit a ball cleaner than that. The technique and the creativity from Hernandez, just bringing that ball, putting it on top of San Patino, just coming in and crushing that ball. And if you're Colorado, you didn't finish your chances. San Antonio has now, and now you have a mountain to climb.
He scored in the Western Conference final matchup last year when they took on Colorado Springs Switchbacks in the same matchup. His 3rd goal of the year this time round. The 26-year-old from Medellin continuing to be a massive presence up front, and he opens the scoring. Completely lost my voice there, going crazy. Just that it was going to take something like that, Corey, to break the score open. Just a special moment from a pair of players. Hernandez with the assist, and then the goal obviously coming from Patino.
Yeah, the assist is unbelievable, but the technique and the goal by him right there just makes the goal even more special.
So now a lead to hold, a deficit to chase. That really was a particularly specially caught strike.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw Ogren kind of cast a look over his shoulder, trying to see, is he offsides? Flag doesn't go up, and that pit in his stomach deepens, and Herrera can just stand there. He's 6'7", nothing you do when it's caught like that.
Yeah, as a forward, you're just dreaming of striking a ball like that, and then to even just have it go into the top corner like that.
Beckford still with it. Special, oh, saves it down the throat of the goalkeeper. Deshane Beckford just couldn't quite pick a side, but it was beautiful to drop a few defenders. Let's see it again, Corey.
He's done unbelievable, getting off balance, putting the defenders there. He needs to finish this low far post, just put it on the ground. But unbelievable run, 3, 4, 5 guys he's driven by, but couldn't beat the keeper. And that's the story that Colorado's had all night, just not finishing those opportunities. I feel like the next 15 minutes there could be 1, maybe not 2 goals left in this game.
Scooped forward, Williams. His pass sliced, Tejada. Good first touch. And he's got some space to drive into in the middle of the park.
if you're San Antonio, these are 3 huge points on the road. You want to defend the next 15 minutes like you are. Season's on the line. You are going to win the West if you win this, but they will move into first place if they can hold on to these 3 points.
Back heel under hits. And nutmeg on Enriquez and Hernandez.
Aye.
Wow, a lot of coming together there. The yellow card immediately produced. Accepting his punishment is Echeverria. Let's see it again. It looks naughty from the onset.
That's just frustration coming out. Oh.
His studs are low enough, but when you kind of go in with that angle, it always raises a bit of concern. Booked there, Echeverria is. Yellow card sponsored by Diversus Health, mental health and well-being for all. Remember, take a moment to breathe.
Yeah, I like the tackle there, but he does leave his cleats up. Luckily to get out of there with a yellow, I think. But that's just frustration. But what Hernandez just did 5 minutes down on the pitch to 4 guys, chipping it there and setting up Patino for a goal like that. I think he's very lucky to just get a yellow red.
So still 11 v 11. Yellow card given. Going long. Coutinho edges his opponent over, will hit the foul. Select's the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit www.us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice.
This game could get very chippy the last 15 minutes. If you're Colorado, you don't want to get frustrated. If you're San Antonio, you don't want to get a dumb second yellow or a red card to let Colorado back into this game.
Both teams will want to keep their composure about them. Enriquez a bit overzealous in the press. You could just see it developing between him and Ja'Cory Hayes, a dancing act. In the end, pushing through the back, the foul committed.
And if you're San Antonio, you can just feed off the frustration of Colorado. Slow the game down. Get them more frustrated. Take in the fouls. Take longer on throw-ins. Take longer on goal kicks. That's what you want to do, is just frustrate Colorado.
Marco Rios and Aaron Wheeler will be coming into the match for Colorado Springs. You can see Tejada sprinting off the field. He'll be coming off, as is Echeverria. Moments after his heavy challenge, he'll be coming off. See Aaron Wheeler coming on. 6'4", experienced forward.
Played with Wheeler in PDL days way back about 14 years ago.
What threats is he going to pose here?
As you can see, he's just one of those players that's going to work hard and win every single ball that's kicked up to him. So you're going to see now a different style of play from Colorado. Get crosses in the box, get the ball up the field, let Wheeler challenge, win those second balls for you.
Tossed in. Do that touch last. It will be a corner kick. One of our first here on this near side. This corner kick brought to you by T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence. San Antonio would certainly love an insurance goal. And the man who assisted the first is going over to take this. Jorge Hernandez made it 9 assists on the season. Just an incredibly creative presence. It helps to have great finishers like Patino, Oluwaseyi, now the new addition of Nathan. You need creators, though, to set him up. And Hernandez is as good as they come in the league.
That puts him at 9 now to take over the lead for assists in the league.
Hernandez whips it into the box, headed towards goal, just wide, almost made it 10, and was almost a debut goal for Nathan Fogasa.
Yeah, Colorado comes out lucky there that he couldn't get more onto the target, but great set piece from San Antonio. Unfortunate not to direct it more towards goal, because if he does, keeper standing still, looking at it and go in the back of the net again.
He's backing away from goal, trying to just crane his head towards it. A tough one to shape the angle towards goal. Zuhir can casually knock a pass out.
For San Antonio, like we said, it's a big field. Keep the ball. You don't need to go forward every time. Great ball in there by Maloney. It's got it.
Fogasa gets his head up, picks the pass out. Azokar. Meaty slide challenge. Last touching Enriquez. The 16-year-old Marco Rios, one of the entrants, number 44. You can see him on the left side of your screen for Colorado Springs, but his 5th appearance professionally. Wheeler.
And that's what you're going to get from Wheeler. Big, strong guy, big guy up there to hold it. Now you want to get this ball down, get playing, and get your 2 forwards that you just brought in their chances to get a game-tying goal. And if you get that game-tying goal, I guarantee you there will be a game-winning goal from one of these teams.
Definitely had the feel, even at 0-0, when either team was really able to get that final pass, that final run off. As Musa carries it forward. Great pass, a lot of space. From distance, blocked. Will it spin kindly? It won't, it'll spin away.
Ambitious from him there. He's got the guy out wide to play it, but you never know. He hit it well. Good block from San Antonio.
You saw on the top left of your screen, Malik Foster was the man who made way. We didn't get you a full breakdown of the ons and offs. Azokar, referee says no foul. Keeps play ticking along. Williams, 1-2. Jay Chapman also coming on for the hosts. Musa. Williams.
And if you're San Antonio, you want both your forwards dropping there, trying to get on Speedy Williams, not worried about the center backs. Just don't let Speedy have time like he did there.
Low, cleared away.
Got to get that cross in the air for big man Wheeler.
Foul committed.
But that's what you want from your forwards. You want them challenging those balls from the defensive mids. Now you kill the game. Take 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Really frustrate Colorado.
Check it out again. Delence Pierre dragged into this after it's cleared away.
Not sure what he's pointing at there when he puts the ball on the ground like that.
Yeah, just gets his hand across his opponent, just bringing him down, knows that that is probably better than the alternative, just breaking away with a lot of speed, head full of steam towards goal. But it does give a lot of time, and they can throw some numbers forward. Jordan Farr, at the risk of saying a pun, kicks it quite far. Goal kick given.
Yeah, you want to challenge there. You just don't want to give the ball to him. But when you do play those long balls, as San Antonio, you want your back four and your defensive mids in shape, getting ready for balls coming back to you. Right now, you got 10 minutes to pick up a huge 3 points with this playoff push coming.
As things stand, San Antonio is top of the West. Colorado Springs will be a 3rd consecutive defeat and really open themselves up to an uncomfortable playoff race. Talking to Stephen Hogan before this, says that if anybody tells you they're not looking at the playoffs and everything about it, they're lying to you. And this would only make those looks that more anxious. To the right side, searching for an equalizer. Bit of patience. It's blocked. It's the pass into the area. Wheeler will get there. A clever back heel. Rios fighting for it. Cleared away. Maloney puts a foot through it. Headed down. One back. Referee playing advantage. Clever pass. Rios trying one. The 16-year-olds. His eyes widened. Shot is wide of goal.
It's a tough angle. If he can maybe cut that back and take the defender one-on-one, or cut it back towards Wheeler there. I mean, you like the aggressive, you like the confidence from him.
16 years of age, but he's got a goal already this season.
Definitely wasn't playing professional soccer at 16. Different lifestyle for him. Good for him.
Flicked forward. Herrera inviting the pressure. Stayed cool. Williams. High press from San Antonio, not letting them get forward with ease. Musa. Pierre, 1-2 played. Pierre centrally, great sliding challenge. It's one back by San Antonio. They've got numbers committed forward. Hernandez, will he be patient or will he try and attack? Hernandez. Maloney, 2 in the box to pick out, stands it up just over the head of the goal scorer already.
Now if you're San Antonio, just drop. You did your press, you did what you needed to. Now just get back.
Ooh. Great sliding challenge again.
Hernandez is everywhere on this field.
I knew that was him. He put in the pass on the right-hand side. He's already back on the left.
Not only is he giving you a great assist, he's working his butt off. Just, he knows there's 7 to 8 minutes left in this game.
Jorge Hernandez got assist number 9. Williams, Wheeler, trying to feed it back to him. Try and contest this one, it'll let it bounce. To the right-hand side. Numbers into the area. Low, Rios, is it in? It is! Marco Rios, 16 years of age, the equalizer, goal number 2 on the season. Switchbacks goal presented by Century Casinos. Welcome to the winner's zone. They'll try and find a winner now. Rios has gotten them step 1. It's all level.
And that's what you want as a striker, be in a dangerous spot. Well done here to get the shot off. When he shot it, I was like, oh no, but he's got the rebound. Great composure from the 16-year-old late in the game. Tie it up, now go get another one and win the game for your team.
Does just enough there. He was wondering if it was across the line on the first attempt. Certainly was once you saw it hit the net. No need for any judging if it crossed the line or not. Marco Rios.
But as a forward, any 16 to understand, to get in the box, don't try floating around trying to get touches outside the box. Be in the box because that's where you're going to score the goals. And that's what he did for his team.
So they've had themselves equalized upon. San Antonio, how do they respond? Oh, maybe thought about a bicycle kick. San Antonio, whipped in, headed away, powerful header. Into the box, shot blocked. Williams, can he pick his head up? Fires one forward, long, over everybody.
If you're Colorado, you need to slow it down now. You're excited, you want to get that second goal, but you don't want to give San Antonio their second goal and take away 3 points.
Rios got his first goal against Orange County back on June 10th. Young player, but continuing to be a massive, massive presence. Coming out will be Santiago Patino. Pair of subs now. Nacho Belonier. He'll be coming in. Trovaboni as well. He'll be coming on. His second appearance, his first time from the bench. We'll see it again. The special goal that made it 1-0 as he comes off now.
Goal you dream about, but great assist from Hernandez. Great technique, get over the ball.
What an angle, what an angle.
What a goal. Unfortunately, it won't be the game-winning goal, but I guarantee you there will be one more.
Guarantee
there'll be one more chance that one of these teams will get a chance to put their team away.
3 minutes plus stoppage time. Lofted forward. Wheeler goes highest, heads it away. Tainter. Back to him. The center back can whip one in. It's blocked. Who's going to attack it? Bouncing around. Got it down. Rios has to be careful. Doesn't want to give up a free kick. Doesn't do that. Boney. First touch that's coming on. Scoops it forward. Herrera gets it.
You can't put a ball in like that with a 6'7" keeper.
Yeah.
That's got to be whipped head height. Don't float it up there for him to come out and grab that.
Delance Pierre's ball forward is tame. Far. Clears it forward. Offsides. Clipped forward. Wheeler trying to attack it, goes over his head. Was he offsides? He was. Headed away. Wheeler Trying to provide a burst of speed. Wheeler, switch of play. It's cleared. It'll be a throw. Musa passing it back. In some space. Driving towards goal. Going down under the pressure. Referee says no foul. Nathan Fugasa. He's got a lot of space. It's his debut, part 2. 90th minute, driving forward. Bit of a slip, trying to stay with it. Enough done defensively. Rios, he's got the equalizer. Can he get the winner too? We'll see. Williams. Big coming together. Referee going to produce the yellow card, the first of his San Antonio career for Trovaboni. The man on loan from Belenenses from Portugal. Just a turn here. He knows what he's doing. He's pulling him here, and just maybe a little bit of extra after may have led to the yellow card. Yellow card sponsored by Diversus Health, mental health and well-being for all. Remember to take a moment to breathe. We'll get 3 minutes of stoppage time, not a ton. Stoppage time brought to you by the TikTok Shop. We'll see if there's one last moment, one last opportunity for either team to try and find themselves a winner. Long, Wheeler gets ahead to it. Chests it down. Can he get it to his left? Oh, it's blocked. Is it going over a deflection? No, last touching Enriquez.
Great body control, unbelievable touch, and be able to spin. Unfortunate, like Patino did for San Antonio's goal, get your foot over the ball, drive it down. That's the second one that's gone over for Colorado. Maybe that's the chance they had.
Flicked on, Nathan Fugasa. Slow pass, intercepted. Just under 2 minutes. The nutmeg trying to be put on there. Deshane Beckford defended well enough by Boney, who was on a yellow card, had to be careful. Beckford a tug. Referee will play advantage. Boney is a defensive midfielder, trying to break up play. They'll win a throw for his side. Enriquez. Hernandez, rather. Turned over. Deshane Beckford, he can turn on the Jets. What does he have in support? Wheeler streaming forward, just past Aaron Wheeler. That'll be a throw. They wanted a foul after he reached for it and took down Maloney.
I think he still needs to just drive with that ball.
Yeah,
he can get in the middle, what's the key? He can get in the middle of the field and be able to have different options. He plays that ball a little too early, I think, for Wheeler, and unfortunately couldn't get much off that.
Rios gets there first, but he leaves it. Turnover of possession. Half a minute to go. Outside the boot, pass forward. Williams, will they try and go forward and push for it? Rios.
You can tell both teams are tired here. It's getting a little sloppy at the end. Can some team come up with that one chance?
Foul committed. Referee wants to make sure nothing boils over in the final few seconds. Foul committed, though. It's a Switchbacks free kick. Will they try and go long with this? Do you send the center backs forward here?
You try to keep it as safe as possible. If there's one forward, keep two back. If there's two forwards, you got to keep three. You always want to be a man up. Right now, they do have one back, so keep those two.
Yeah.
Maybe Musa should go up there. He's one of the taller ones, if he could. Scunge or drop back.
Herrera. It's lofted forward. Wheeler attacking it. Knocks it down. Cleared away. And the referee signals for full time. Take a breath. What a match that was. And it ends. Colorado Springs Switchbacks 1, San Antonio FC 1.
Both teams feel like they should have had more, but it did kind of work out in both favors. Both teams did have a chance on both sides. Fortunately, they couldn't finish it, and they both come out with 1 point each.
We can begin to dive into our post-game show. First of all, looking at our man of the match on the switchback side of things. That's the man who got the equalizer, the late in the match goal. We'll look at James Musa, though, our Better Business Bureau man of the match defensively. He was so astounding and just constantly involved in the build-up as well.
Yeah, he was very good today, winning those head balls, battling those two big forwards on the other side, and just being able in possession to keep the ball, play with his defenders and everything, and just create those chances to block it. And what a save here to keep it 0-0.
It was in a flash, but he kind of sticks out a leg. We think got enough of a touch, better angle here. Just able to stick something out and get that onto the post. We'll give him the credit for it, strong enough. The critical moment of the match presented by Centura Health coming from the youngster. 16 years of age, always impressive, able to get the goal off the bench.
Yeah, he's definitely at 16. You're not expecting to come onto a professional soccer field and score a game-tying goal, but he's done his job. He's supposed to be in the box to score goals. That's what he's there for, and what a touch, what a finish. Fortunately, couldn't get the game winner, but he did tie the game and get 1 point for his team in the last playoff push.
They'll take every point they can get, especially against a side who have playoff aspirations. That is the critical moment of the match. What a match it has been between these two sides. It's going to end without a goal to separate them. Entered halftime 0-0. We got a goal apiece in the second half. We still have the highlights to show you, the full-time stats, show you exactly how it broke down, but the full-time score brought to you by Jacobs. It's the Colorado Springs Switchbacks 1 and San Antonio FC 1. An impressive game ends all even.
Burgers for the mind, tacos for the heart, and chili for the soul. We're Felipe's 109, home of the taco burger. Local flavors, family owned, love, peace, green chili, y'all.
Hi, I'm Scott Kilbury, host of Rocky Mountain Quiz Kids. We have 30 of the best and brightest schools from all across Southern Colorado competing for the top spot. Question is, who will come out on top? Watch Rocky Mountain Quiz Kids Sundays at 6:30, sponsored by the Pikes Peak Library District.
At Fox 21, we say we are Southern Colorado, but what does that really mean?
It means we bring you the local stories from our towns, our people.
With stories that show how you live, work, and play.
Plus the stories that impact our communities.
We want to tell the stories that are important to you because we are Southern Colorado.
Watch Fox 21 local news weekday mornings from 5 to 9 a.m. and weeknights at 5, 6:30, 9, and 10. We are Southern Colorado.
Saturday during the summers was our get up and go to Monument Lake fishing. From a little hobby as an 11-year-old kid, it's turned into quite a business.
Our stories matter.
If they're on the trails, if they're in the woods, if they're anywhere, I can be with them now.
Bringing you the most local news.
All of the people that are doing this type of agriculture are trying to do a better thing for society.
We are Fox 21, and together we are Southern Colorado.
Welcome back to tonight's post-game presented by Jacobs. The full-time score from Colorado Springs, it's the Switchbacks 1 and San Antonio FC 1. It was a thrilling match from start to finish, was even at 0-0 entering the break, and we got a goal apiece in the second half. We'll show you exactly how we got to that point with our full-time highlights, which are presented to you by SoCo CW. Corey, we'll jump to the second half. 51st minute, there were some good opportunities in the first, but this was probably the best opportunity of the match. Just couldn't quite get in the back of the net.
Great build out, great vision. Did what he did, but Musa comes up huge with a touch there off the post.
If he's not there on the goal line, we're probably looking at a first goal of the match. Daniel Oluwaseyi able to drag that one back. Zuhair, his shot, just couldn't quite find it there. This would be the one, a special effort that would be the one to open the score.
Yeah, and this is what we talked about all game. Hernandez just drawing in players, the creativity, the little chip here. And let's talk about that finish. Unbelievable strike. Put it in the top corner. Go celebrate with your teammates.
Able to lace that one home for goal number 3. Now 2 goals in his last 3 appearances against the Switchbacks. His last one coming in the Western Conference Finals. back in 2022. Patino getting himself back in a big way. 73rd minute now. Gonna jump a bit later, trying to find one. Shane Beckford almost with a special effort on a solo run.
Yeah, gets lucky there with the touch, but does great footwork. Needs to put this on the ground, far post, but good effort. Unfortunately, couldn't get it in the back of the net.
It would be some super sub antics, though, that would bring us to an even match. It gets to Beckford again, the constant threat from the dribble. We think, is it a bad idea to shoot from here? Turns out not to be.
Yeah, get it on target, get the rebound, and the youngsters there to put it away, tie up the game.
Does tie the game up, gets it just across the goal line, ekes across, puts his hands up in celebration, and for his second goal of the year, it's an important one, makes it 1-1, a point apiece for each side after they each got a goal. Your full-time stats brought to you by the Better Business Bureau. Shots relatively even, more of them on target than at halftime. Possession swinging the Switchbacks' way. Your final thoughts from that one, Corey?
Yeah, I think the game played out fair. 1-1 is a decent score. They both had their opportunities, didn't take it, so both teams could have possibly came away with 3 points, but at the end, it's just 1 point each.
It is indeed a point apiece. San Antonio don't go top. Colorado Springs, an extra point to help them in their playoff push to get back into the playoffs for a third straight year. That is how things finish from Widener Field. Up next for Colorado Springs, they hit the road, take on Orange County. They face the other top 3 teams in the league in their next 3. They'll head back home, San Antonio will, to take on the Tampa Bay Rowdies. An interesting next couple matches for both sides. Well, for Corey Herzog, I've been Jack Edwards. An absolutely thrilling game to bring to you. The final score, Colorado Springs Switchbacks 1, San Antonio FC 1.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.
On the attack, it's San Antonio, less than 20 to play.
Smart not to put a ball in there. 4 defenders with yours, as I say that.
Whipped in. Nathan was on hand, but it's cleared away. We have a slip. Hernandez stays with it, clips it into the box. Laser towards goal. What a goal! Santiago Patino, a special effort. What a way to open the scoring. 22 on the attack. It's San Antonio, less than 20 to play.
Smart not to put a ball in there. 4 defenders with yours as I say that.
Whipped in. Nathan was on hand, but it's cleared away. A bit of a slip. Hernandez stays with it, clips it into the box. Laser towards goal. What a goal! Santiago Patino, a special effort. What a way to open the scoring. Try and move themselves back to the top of the West.
And what did we say in the beginning of the game? What is Hernandez going to do? Draw players in, and what does he do? He finds them. And what a goal by Patino. We saw it in the first half with the Colorado player not being able to strike it well. But look at this, draws in 1, 2, 3, 4, little chip, and technique right there. Oh.
22 on the attack. It's San Antonio, less than 20 to play.
Smart not to put a ball in there. 4 defenders with yours as I say that.
Whipped in. Nathan was on hand, but it's cleared away. A bit of a slip. Hernandez stays with it, clips it into the box. Laser towards goal. What a goal! Santiago Patino, a special effort. What a way to open the scoring. Try and move themselves back to the top of the West.
And what did we say in the beginning of the game? What is Hernandez going to do? Draw players in, and what does he do? He finds them. And what a goal by Patino. We saw it in the first half with the Colorado player not being able to strike it well. But look at this, draws in 1, 2, 3, 4, little chip, and technique right there. Oh.
22 on the attack. It's San Antonio, less than 20 to play.
Smart not to put a ball in there. 4 defenders with yours as I say that.
Whipped in. Nathan was on hand, but it's cleared away. A bit of a slip. Hernandez stays with it, clips it into the box. Laser towards goal. What a goal! Santiago Patino, a special effort. What a way to open the scoring. Try and move themselves back to the top of the West.
And what did we say in the beginning of the game? What is Hernandez going to do? Draw players in, and what does he do? He finds them. And what a goal by Patino. We saw it in the first half with the Colorado player not being able to strike it well. But look at this, draws in 1, 2, 3, 4, little chip, and technique right there. Oh.
22 on the attack. It's San Antonio, less than 20 to play.
Smart not to put a ball in there. 4 defenders with yours as I say that.
Whipped in. Nathan was on hand, but it's cleared away. A bit of a slip. Hernandez stays with it, clips it into the box. Laser towards goal. What a goal! Santiago Patino, a special effort. What a way to open the scoring. Try and move themselves back to the top of the West.
And what did we say in the beginning of the game? What is Hernandez going to do? Draw players in, and what does he do? He finds them. And what a goal by Patino. We saw it in the first half with the Colorado player not being able to strike it well. But look at this, draws in 1, 2, 3, 4, little chip, and technique right there. Oh.
Trying to feed it back to him. Try and contest this one, it'll let it bounce. To the right-hand side. Numbers into the area. Low. Rios. Is it in? It is. Marco Rios, 16 years of age. The equalizer, goal number 2 on the season. Switchbacks goal presented by Century Casinos. Welcome to the winner's zone. They'll try and find a winner now. Rios has gotten them step 1. It's all level.
And that's what you want as a striker, be in a dangerous spot. Well done here to get the shot off. When he shot it, I was like, oh no, but he's got the rebound. Great composure from the 16-year-old late in the game. Tie it up. Now go get another one and win the game for your team.
Does just enough there. Trying to feed it back to him. Try and contest this one, it'll let it bounce. To the right-hand side. Numbers into the area. Low. Rios. Is it in? It is. Marco Rios, 16 years of age. The equalizer, goal number 2 on the season. Switchbacks goal presented by Century Casinos. Welcome to the winner's zone. They'll try and find a winner now. Rios has gotten them step 1. It's all level.
And that's what you want as a striker, be in a dangerous spot. Well done here to get the shot off. When he shot it, I was like, oh no, but he's got the rebound. Great composure from the 16-year-old late in the game. Tie it up. Now go get another one and win the game for your team.
Does just enough there. Trying to feed it back to him. Try and contest this one, it'll let it bounce. To the right-hand side. Numbers into the area. Low. Rios. Is it in? It is. Marco Rios, 16 years of age. The equalizer, goal number 2 on the season. Switchbacks goal presented by Century Casinos. Welcome to the winner's zone. They'll try and find a winner now. Rios has gotten them step 1. It's all level.
And that's what you want as a striker, be in a dangerous spot. Well done here to get the shot off. When he shot it, I was like, oh no, but he's got the rebound. Great composure from the 16-year-old late in the game. Tie it up. Now go get another one and win the game for your team.
Does just enough there. Trying to feed it back to him. Try and contest this one, it'll let it bounce. To the right-hand side. Numbers into the area. Low. Rios. Is it in? It is. Marco Rios, 16 years of age. The equalizer, goal number 2 on the season. Switchbacks goal presented by Century Casinos. Welcome to the winner's zone. They'll try and find a winner now. Rios has gotten them step 1. It's all level.
And that's what you want as a striker, be in a dangerous spot. Well done here to get the shot off. When he shot it, I was like, oh no, but he's got the rebound. Great composure from the 16-year-old late in the game. Tie it up. Now go get another one and win the game for your team.
Does just enough there. Red. It's going to squirm free. A big challenge. Referee will whistle for this one, and our first card of the match will go the way of Rita Zuhir. They're appealing based on prior decisions. Red. It's going to squirm free. A big challenge. Referee will whistle for this one, and our first card of the match will go the way of Rita Zuhir. They're appealing based on prior decisions. Red. It's going to squirm free. A big challenge. Referee will whistle for this one, and our first card of the match will go the way of Rita Zuhir. They're appealing based on prior decisions. Red. It's going to squirm free. A big challenge. Referee will whistle for this one, and our first card of the match will go the way of Rita Zuhir. They're appealing based on prior decisions. No match.
And he's one of those players that can create something out of nothing. So really look for him to find the ball and just be able to create something for the forwards.
Brief stoppage here. There may be a booking to a coach. I believe we have indeed got a yellow card. Stephen Hogan, I believe the man who is no match.
And he's one of those players that can create something out of nothing. So really look for him to find the ball and just be able to create something for the forwards.
Brief stoppage here. There may be a booking to a coach. I believe we have indeed got a yellow card. Stephen Hogan, I believe the man who is no match.
And he's one of those players that can create something out of nothing. So really look for him to find the ball and just be able to create something for the forwards.
Brief stoppage here. There may be a booking to a coach. I believe we have indeed got a yellow card. Stephen Hogan, I believe the man who is no match.
And he's one of those players that can create something out of nothing. So really look for him to find the ball and just be able to create something for the forwards.
Brief stoppage here. There may be a booking to a coach. I believe we have indeed got a yellow card. Stephen Hogan, I believe the man who is...
They will move into first place if they can hold on to these 3 points.
The back heel under hits. A nutmeg on Enriquez and Hernandez.
Aye.
Wow, a lot of coming together there. The yellow card immediately produced. Accepting his punishment is Echevarria. Let's see it again. It looked naughty from the onset.
That's just frustration coming out. They will move into first place if they can hold on to these 3 points.
The back heel under hits. A nutmeg on Enriquez and Hernandez.
Aye.
Wow, a lot of coming together there. The yellow card immediately produced. Accepting his punishment is Echevarria. Let's see it again. It looked naughty from the onset.
That's just frustration coming out. They will move into first place if they can hold on to these 3 points.
The back heel under hits. A nutmeg on Enriquez and Hernandez.
Aye.
Wow, a lot of coming together there. The yellow card immediately produced. Accepting his punishment is Echevarria. Let's see it again. It looked naughty from the onset.
That's just frustration coming out. They will move into first place if they can hold on to these 3 points.
The back heel under hits. A nutmeg on Enriquez and Hernandez.
Aye.
Wow, a lot of coming together there. The yellow card immediately produced. Accepting his punishment is Echevarria. Let's see it again. It looked naughty from the onset.
That's just frustration coming out.
Big coming together. Referee going to produce the yellow card, the first of his San Antonio career for Trovaboni. The man on loan from Belenenses. Big coming together. Referee going to produce the yellow card, the first of his San Antonio career for Trovaboni. The man on loan from Belenenses. Big coming together. Referee going to produce the yellow card, the first of his San Antonio career for Trovaboni. The man on loan from Belenenses. Big coming together. Referee going to produce the yellow card, the first of his San Antonio career for Trovaboni. The man on loan from Belenenses, and instead go shorter pass. Tejada slides up to him, clips up to the back post. Keeping it alive, keeping the attack ticking. The shot, I think that was a shot or a pass. I believe taking a deflection actually might have been the appeals. Echevarria is apoplectic, saying it's a good two, and instead go shorter pass. Tejada slides up to him, clips up to the back post. Keeping it alive, keeping the attack ticking. The shot, I think that was a shot or a pass. I believe taking a deflection actually might have been the appeals. Echevarria is apoplectic, saying it's a good two, and instead go shorter pass. Tejada slides up to him, clips up to the back post. Keeping it alive, keeping the attack ticking. The shot, I think that was a shot or a pass. I believe taking a deflection actually might have been the appeals. Echevarria is apoplectic, saying it's a good two, and instead go shorter pass. Tejada slides up to him, clips up to the back post. Keeping it alive, keeping the attack ticking. The shot, I think that was a shot or a pass. I believe taking a deflection actually might have been the appeals. Echevarria is apoplectic, saying it's a good defense. And Zuhir. They've been the common go-tos. Zuhir over it. Hernandez to whip it in at the back post. Oh, headed just over goal. Daniel Luwache and Zuhir. They've been the common go-tos. Zuhir over it. Hernandez to whip it in at the back post. Oh, headed just over goal. Daniel Luwache and Zuhir. They've been the common go-tos. Zuhir over it. Hernandez to whip it in at the back post. Oh, headed just over goal. Daniel Luwache and Zuhir. They've been the common go-tos. Zuhir over it. Hernandez to whip it in at the back post. Oh, headed just over goal. Tani Oluwaseyi. Carlos Azócar to the right. Took a deflection. Gets into the box, clipped up to the back post. Oluwaseyi saved in the first attempt. Can he get his feet about him? What a save again. Herrera, a double stop. Keeps it at 0-0.
Great double save there. And like he did last time, he didn't put it over the bar. He headed it down onto the goal. Gets another rebound. Unfortunate not to connect with it as well as he wants, but great 2 saves here.
Carlos Azócar to the right. Took a deflection. Gets into the box, clipped up to the back post. Oluwaseyi saved in the first attempt. Can he get his feet about him? What a save again. Herrera, a double stop. Keeps it at 0-0.
Great double save there. And like he did last time, he didn't put it over the bar. He headed it down onto the goal. Gets another rebound. Unfortunate not to connect with it as well as he wants, but great 2 saves here.
Carlos Azócar to the right. Took a deflection. Gets into the box, clipped up to the back post. Oluwaseyi saved in the first attempt. Can he get his feet about him? What a save again. Herrera, a double stop. Keeps it at 0-0.
Great double save there. And like he did last time, he didn't put it over the bar. He headed it down onto the goal. Gets another rebound. Unfortunate not to connect with it as well as he wants, but great 2 saves here.
Carlos Azócar to the right. Took a deflection. Gets into the box, clipped up to the back post. Oluwaseyi saved in the first attempt. Can he get his feet about him? What a save again. Herrera, a double stop. Keeps it at 0-0.
Great double save there. And like he did last time, he didn't put it over the bar. He headed it down onto the goal. Gets another rebound. Unfortunate not to connect with it as well as he wants, but great 2 saves here. I played as a forward.
Yeah.
I don't want those balls in the midfield. I only want to touch the ball in the box and score on goals. And here's a
Back
chance.
post for Oluwaseyi. Oh, almost right who we're talking about it. Tejada has to put a foot in, nodded up, went out for a corner. That would have been the ultimate case of the commentator's curse, but almost in a positive way for San Antonio. Oluwaseyi trying to get.
I played as a forward.
Yeah.
I don't want those balls in the midfield. I only want to touch the ball in the box and score on goals. And here's a
Back
chance.
post for Oluwaseyi. Oh, almost right who we're talking about it. Tejada has to put a foot in, nodded up, went out for a corner. That would have been the ultimate case of the commentator's curse, but almost in a positive way for San Antonio. Oluwaseyi trying to get.
I played as a forward.
Yeah.
I don't want those balls in the midfield. I only want to touch the ball in the box and score on goals. And here's a
Back
chance.
post for Oluwaseyi. Oh, almost right who we're talking about it. Tejada has to put a foot in, nodded up, went out for a corner. That would have been the ultimate case of the commentator's curse, but almost in a positive way for San Antonio. Oluwaseyi trying to get.
I played as a forward.
Yeah.
I don't want those balls in the midfield. I only want to touch the ball in the box and score on goals. And here's a
Back
chance.
post for Oluwaseyi. Oh, almost right who we're talking about it. Tejada has to put a foot in, nodded up, went out for a corner. That would have been the ultimate case of the commentator's curse, but almost in a positive way for San Antonio. Oluwaseyi trying to get. As was Zuhair. Into the channel, Oluwaseyi in the box. What's he gonna do here? Drags it back, Zuhair! Oh, off the post! Inches away from opening the score. What a move by San Antonio on the break. It'll be put out of play, a throw, and they'll avoid a counter, as was Zuhair. Into the channel, Oluwaseyi in the box. What's he gonna do here? Drags it back, Zuhair! Oh, off the post! Inches away from opening the score. What a move by San Antonio on the break. It'll be put out of play, a throw, and they'll avoid a counter, as was Zuhair. Into the channel, Oluwaseyi in the box. What's he gonna do here? Drags it back, Zuhair! Oh, off the post! Inches away from opening the score. What a move by San Antonio on the break. It'll be put out of play, a throw, and they'll avoid a counter, as was Zuhair. Into the channel, Oluwaseyi in the box. What's he gonna do here? Drags it back, Zuhair! Oh, off the post! Inches away from opening the score. What a move by San Antonio on the break. It'll be put out of play, a throw, and they'll avoid a counter. Here to the left of Hernandez. Hernandez leaves it. Zuhair on goal, saved. Routine in the end for Herrera, but he does what he needs to. Here to the left of Hernandez. Hernandez leaves it. Zuhair on goal, saved. Routine in the end for Herrera, but he does what he needs to. Here to the left of Hernandez.